Hello everybody and welcome. I'm SC3 Legacy and I'm joined by my co-host Matthew.
What's going on, everybody?
And yeah, it's just the two of us, strangely enough. Usually we have 30 people, but they kind of ditched us.
Yeah, kind of. But let's not worry about that right now.
hmm But we can't deprive you all of the news you've been craving so hard for. It's like, oh, where's my weekly dosage of those guys who stare at screens of news? Well, if you think we update weekly, that's kind of your fault. Yeah, but we're back and we have some news. Let's get right into the news, as they say.
No.
Okay then, what does he say? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I forgot.
I don't
I've
know.
really been paying attention.
Yeah, alright then. So we got a bunch of good stories, but we're first going to start off with Valve is trying to remove a bunch of sexually explicit visual novels on their storefront. Except all these sexually explicit novels that are just anime games. So Honey Pop, that's gotta go, and every other sexy anime game has gotta go.
Yeah, and to me, like I don't know, is it just because that sound like the bias behind that is just palpable. Like, because you will figure, okay, so they say the whole reason why they're doing this because I'm trying to bring some morality back to Steam. But to me, does that not mean that you're supposed to go ahead and get rid of all the other games that have sexual content on Steam?
Or content that is more explicit, because like let's take Honey Pop for example. The most you get is a cum shot, and you don't even see a dick or a vag, and it's censored.
Exactly.
Like,
Like the only way you're actually gonna see anything is by downloading the uncensored mod.
yeah, and it's like, just remember, compare that to like GTA 5 with full lap dances from topless strippers.
Yeah. Let's not forget, and then don't even get me started on Mass Effect and The Witcher.
hmm
So to me, it's coming off more like, yeah, just because the stuff is anime related, I don't want it anywhere near anything.
Anime style, and because it's not from a big time publisher like a Rockstar.
Yeah, to me that's what it's all coming down to. Now, if Honey Pop and Necopar and all these other anime related visual novel games are coming from really big publishers, then yeah, I think they wouldn't say too much about it then. But since these guys are small time,
Or from another goddamn country. That shit doesn't really get to stay.
exactly. And then I was doing some reading, and did you see that thing about some sort of Christian group is claiming responsibility for it?
Yes, the
And
Morality in Media Incorporation, now named the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, basically condemned Valve because of their allowing of pornographic content that could be seen by the chillin'. Oh, somebody think of the chillin'. Never mind that
now my
Valve
whole thing,
requires you to put in your date of birth on that, and and all their games are stated, hey, this says sexually explicit content. Never mind all that.
to me the whole thing comes down to, you know are you actually being a parent, or are you trying to let video games and everything teach your kids everything else? Because it seems to me like somebody's getting lazy.
It's the latter. It's always been the latter. It's just they don't want to have to explain to their kids, "Mommy, Daddy, why are they rubbing naughty bits together? Don't look at that, Timmy. How dare you that you watch that? But Daddy, you put in your credit card and let me buy it. Shut up, Timmy."
Like, to me, that's as mindless as the soccer mom type parents that get mad over stuff like Grand Theft Auto and Mortal Kombat. The stuff that people suggest that you never buy kids, but they buy for their kids anyway, and it somehow pisses them off.
Oh yeah, and like I mean, do you remember the hot coffee mod for San Andreas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing.
Like, at
Oh, how
this point,
dare you?
It's like, yeah, it's a mod. It's not something that they're supposed to be able to get their hands on that goddamn easily. Just because it exists in the game doesn't mean that they're fucking able to play it.
Never mind that this was a game meant for adults, 18 and up, not children.
There's that as well.
Yeah. But basically, they told Valve to get rid of these sexually explicit games or yada yada yada. And Valve decided, you know what, we don't want to deal with any of your bullshit, so we'll just get rid of all the anime games. Their studios can't do anything to us. Of course, then the massive outrage came from everyone else, and yeah, shot their asses in the foot.
And like, to me, the whole thing is like, why the fuck are you taking shit like this seriously from people who don't even play video games?
It's that weird
That
thing
was-
where Valve caves in for no reason.
Like, I mean, like, no, seriously, what are these few people? What is these few hundred people gonna actually do to hurt your numbers? There are plenty more people who actually play these games. So just having maybe what 3 or 4 pissed off soccer mom parents, like, who is that really gonna hurt?
No, and they never do anything about it. It's just the same thing with GTA San Andreas when they say, "Oh, hey, if you after the hot coffee instead, you can return your copy of San Andreas and we'll refund it completely." Ain't nobody did that shit.
It's like, no, like, to be honest with you, nobody cares. In the U.S., sex sells everything.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Like, dude,
weird
don't
ass-
even like, and like, don't even get like, dude, do I even need to bring up those fucking Axe commercials?
Oh yeah, and that's the weirdest thing with the U.S. in general is because we sell sex, but we refuse to sell actual sex. Like, oh, we can't have pornographic video games. Meanwhile, we have shows like we have the Playboy Bunny that is perfectly legal to sell. Like, has no one seen the hypocrisy here?
Really? Now that I didn't even know about.
It's like, I mean, yeah, I told you this before we started. They made games with their porn stars, and those things were perfectly legal to sell. Yeah, they had an AO rating, but they didn't even have hardcore sex in them. And I think the sex was
No.
censored too. That's the fucked up thing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, because I had myself play. You know what? I played Nekopara. I will say that now. I decided to give it a shot, and
And he feels
Eh.
dirty, folks. He'll never wash
no,
the unholy stain off.
I mean, no, don't get me no, don't get me wrong. No. Here's the thing. Okay, me and visual novels got a bit of an interesting thing going on because unless something like that, I will never be able to remain invested in that game at all.
Well, most visual novels have the
Because-
problem of having the boring ass blank protagonist that's boring as shit.
Yeah, like the only one that I've actually met, like, I mean, you already know the only one that I've actually managed to get through in its entirety was Katawa Shoujo.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Well, do I want to count the hundreds of porn visual novels I played just for the porn?
Well, I mean, at least you're being honest about it.
It's like, there's no point in lying about that.
I'm like, nah, man, because, like, dude, that was the same thing. Like, that would be the same thing as me trying to lie about Honey Pop. We all know the reason. Like, dude, no, that's like no, that's like saying the reason why I play Dead or Alive is because it's a deep and complex fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at least we're honest with our bullshit.
Exactly. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, my folks are just incredibly disappointed that I'm constantly playing games like that. But I don't honestly have to care.
Hey, it's your life. They're just living with you.
More or less. But again, like, this whole thing, like, the reason why this is strange to me is because, this so-called Christian group only goes after, the anime-related games. They're not going after, the fact that I can see near alien genitalia in Mass Effect. There's so many different games that come from the West that do the exact same thing, and they're not saying anything about them.
No, because it's easier to go up against Asian companies that only have, like, small-time groups here translating the games. Which is more messed up for their ideal is that, pornography is all about relationship damage, criminal behavior, and violence against women. Okay, if Valve had released something like Rape Play over here, that would be something for alarm. But, every porn game I've seen on Valve is usually consent. I don't think I've ever seen any rape-oriented stuff.
Yeah,
Because that's a
like
lot
either
more
that, or,
common
like
on
it's
the
like
East.
like it's either that or that really weird little sister shit.
Why is my little sister that cute? Why are you interested in your sister, you sick fuck?
But nah, man. And then, cause see, the other thing that weirds me out is the U.S. has this really weird ass thing about saying about sex in the media. I'm like, dude, do you realize this? Do you realize that in this country you can't, like, at 18 you can't drink alcohol, but at 18 you can be a porn star?
Hell, at 17 you can be shipped out to go kill another motherfucker legally. And be praised for it.
True, there's that as well.
So, like, there's a bunch of hypocritical bullshit. I mean, at least the Japanese are honest about this shit. But it's nonsense. Although, I heard that recently that Valve was already taking that shit back because all the shit that they're getting for it isn't worth the praise of this stupid Christian group. Or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves.
Exactly. Like, dude, I don't even call that a Christian group. That's like that is, if it's interesting, we want it gone.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to be honest, like a lot of people love to hide behind religion and morals, and then usually it ends up coming down to one of the members of your church is stealing from it. So why are you sitting here talking about morals and whatnot? Seems like somebody a little bit lawless in this whole thing.
Hey man, if you read the Bible, everything that we do in our lives is a goddamn sin, so what's the point of even praying?
You know what? See, I want to agree with you there, but I got way too many family members that are in the church.
Fair enough, man. I'm just saying, if anyone actually read the Bible, if people actually read the Bible, we wouldn't have the Catholic group in the world. Believe you me.
True.
But yeah, I don't think this is gonna last long. I kind of wish Valve would have actually go against all the trash that's on their storefront, thanks to Steam Direct. But I'm just happy that they're not getting rid of my Animu games. I mean, I got other websites for porn, but
And let's see, because it was something else about that whole thing that was really weirding me out. But I can't think of what it was. Well, I cannot think of what it is anymore. Oh yeah. That feeds into the next idea that I had, and I had this randomly while I was at work. Shortly after finding out about this whole thing, and I was thinking about it for a couple minutes. Would it not be hilarious if Pornhub had their own gaming service?
which I'm not surprised. I'm actually kind of a bit surprised that they don't because, sex sells, so why not? And you have websites like Manga Gamer that translates and sells fully translated versions of their Japanese porn games. A really good example, like Beat Blades Haruka, really good one. Just an example.
Wait, say that one more time.
Beat Blades Haruka. It's a really good game. But it focuses more on humiliation type of porn.
Ew.
I'm not talking about pissing on them, Matt. Get that thought out of your head.
That's not what I was thinking about either. But it was something that I was so unfamiliar. It was just, a title that I was so unfamiliar with. I was trying to think of whether or not I had seen it before, and no, I have not.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to. I think it's only got a recent translation about a year or two ago, give or take. Could be off. But that actually reminded me of an actual website that is basically a hentai game online service called Nutaku.net. Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't sound really obvious.
Hey man, at least they're upfront about it.
True, I can't knock them for that.
But yeah, Nutaku.net has a bunch of browser games, downloadable games, mobile games, yada yada yada. And clearly with all the different art styles, they're clearly from different developers. So, hey, anime hentai game developers on Steam, you got a place that you can go to if you want this.
True, but yeah, you are right. I think Valve has a better idea of what to do with Steam.
Yeah, because Steam Direct publishing 50 games a day is a better idea. Yeah.
Or should I say, I think they have a better idea of how to handle situations like this instead of instead of caving to people who don't play video games at all and pissing off people who do.
They should just tell them to shut the fuck up and move on. I never understood that. Why do you cave into parent groups? Like, you can just point out, hey, we have an age rating on here for a reason. And we don't allow super explicit straight up porn like on other websites. So what the fuck are you bitching at us for? Raise your goddamn kids.
True. Because I ended up like, dude, something happened. Like, okay, this is probably like this is gonna be a bit of a story, but
Oh boy, Matt's
okay.
story time. We still don't have the puppet ready.
Oh no, like no, dude, this story is like this is a super simple story. This is nothing complicated. It's just stupid as all hell though. So essentially what it is that I just recently picked up South Park: The Fractured Butthole on Switch, which I'm enjoying it far more on Switch than I ever was on PS4. I guess it's just because I can drag it. I guess it's just because I can drag it around with me now. But this lady just starts flipping out at the fact that I'm playing this game on a Nintendo console. I'm like, dude, one, there's an age rating on this. Two, why would you even allow your child to get this game?
Oh, thank God you weren't playing like Senran Kaga or some shit. That woman would have had a fucking aneurysm.
I still remember the one time I was on the bus playing Senran Kaga, and this lady just started going ape shit about it. I was like, is this like, are you playing this? Did you buy this? Like, do you have anything to do with any part of what's going on right now?
Did you think
Or
that's
are
because
you
it was
just
animated? It was for kids? Oh, you stupid bitch.
Dude, that still reminds me of the holy grail of shit like that. When this lady brought her son to see Sausage Party. Oh, dude. When I tell you this story was pure gold. Now, keep in mind that I knew the Sausage Party was going to be an R-rated swear fest.
Oh yeah, just from that trailer.
I was prepared. I was prepared for that. I was not, however, prepared for that damn ending. But anyway, I'm looking at this lady, and I'm just sitting there. I'm telling her like, "Yo, this movie is rated R for a reason. You might not want to be taking your son to see this." Oh no, it'll be fine. How bad could it be, dude? It was not even 30 minutes into this fucking movie. This lady was already charging the fuck out of there, and then the guy that was running the ticket counter was like, dude, she was pissed. She was yelling at me, screaming at everybody else. I'm like, dude, I warned her. I gave her a warning.
Actually did. Fuck those people. It's like, oh,
It was
it's fine. It's cartoony.
How bad could it be? How bad could it be? I don't ever want my son seeing this. I don't want anyone seeing this. It's like, dude, that's your fault.
Well, it's not like it's not like there's a rating for a reason.
Like that kills me every time. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Like, it'll be fine. It's animated. It's cute. Blah 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 blah. And then the second something happens, oh my God, it's everyone else's fault, not yours, because you decided to take your child to see something that wasn't age appropriate.
I want the world to raise my kids, God, because I can't be fucking bothered for it.
Exactly. And the first question I have is, when do we get to the point where somebody's just willing? Like, when do we get to the point where we're just willing to tell somebody to fuck off and raise their own kids?
Sadly, we won't, because we're so ingrained in this bullshit. Customer's always right, and by that I mean the manager comes in and, oh yes, ma'am, don't worry, we'll give you this coupon, 50% off, and our employee's gonna get punished for tricking you. This like, bitch, I told her. Oh man, fuck the customer bullshit system that is the U.S.
I ain't like, dude, I ain't gonna lie. And then, okay, here's an additional story for today.
I need to make that goddamn Matt puppet so we can have Matt story time.
That would be hilarious.
I'm making that shit as soon as I can.
And dude, if you have ever seen the music video for this artist named Dram called "I Think You're Cute," swear to you, that's exactly what it's gonna end up looking like. But anyway, so this happened just this morning, right?
Hmm.
I had started my shift at like what 5 a.m. this morning. And of course, at like 5 a.m., there is no one in there. I have no help. I have to do everything on my own. But see, the thing is that there also comes a time where I got to deal with some of these douchebag customers that decide to, show up with like $300 worth of groceries and then decide to not do anything and force me to do all of the work by myself.
You gonna take it out of the cart and put it on the rail? Nah, it's not my job. Bitch.
And so, okay, so here's the long and short of everything that happens in this situation, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm talking to this customer, and this lady is getting pissed off that it's taking me it's taking me some time to get done with the entirety of this order, right? And this lady is fucking fuming because of it. Now, I suggest that, this might go along, just a little bit quick, just a little bit quicker if you decide to, I don't know, maybe fucking help me. But no, she can't be asked to do, like, no. It is completely inappropriate that I ask her to help me at all. It is completely wrong in all senses of the words that, I suggest that maybe you want to get off your ass and help me if you're trying to get out of here a little bit faster. So what she does is she leaves the store and comes back later, right? And do you know what this motherfucker has the nerve to ask? Well, no, the nerve to demand.
What the fuck?
This bitch actually demanded that I apologize to her. Then, of course, I'm looking dead at her like, dude, both of us are going to be dead before that happens. So you can just go ahead and take this shit someplace else.
You by my hands and me by firing squad.
Exactly, god damn it. I'm like, dude, I'm not about to do a damn thing. If you are upset, that's entirely on you that you're upset. I'm not apologizing for a damn thing. You could have helped, you chose not to.
You decided to be a hissy little bitch instead of actually helping so you can get the fuck out of here faster. Huh?
Exactly. And the part that was tripping me out was that she actually thought she was right. And well, whether or not the workplace says that I'm correct, it really doesn't matter, seeing as how I'm getting ready to fucking leave anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you're gone. You can just, like, give everybody the finger on your way out. It doesn't really matter.
Like, not every... Like, here's the thing about it, though. Not everyone is an asshole.
Okay, your managers. Let me put that better.
Okay, yeah, most definitely.
Like, walking through your office. Matthew, what the fuck do you want? Eat shit, bitch! I'm gone!
But no, there is one particular person that this applies to, and everyone knows it.
Not gonna name names, but you know who you are. It's probably watching right now.
No, she'd never watch any of these videos. She'd probably be too damn busy forgetting where the fuck anybody was.
As everybody hides.
No. When I say that this lady can walk past you 3 times and forget that you're standing directly next to her, I am not kidding about that.
Holy shit.
I swear to you, I spent the longest time just trying to figure out how the fuck do you function.
How are you not dead yet?
I turned, dude, in that moment, I turned in the freezer. I legitimately did. I turned in the freezer.
Just standing with your eyes wide open. How do you function as you walk or like run around in circles?
But anyway, yeah. Now, of course, all this is going all this is going down. I get the feeling that we have gotten horribly off topic here.
Well, let's be honest. When have we ever really been on topic?
That is true as well. But anyway, back to this whole Pornhub as a gaming service thing. Because I just so happen to have my notes off in the corner and just remember that this was the thing that we were talking about.
Yeah, and then we brought up Nutaku, which actually should use one these days, just to see if it's actually worth the time.
True.
Because, like I said, this thing's got a lot of, let me reopen the page, a lot of games to offer here. It's like,
now, what type of games are we talking about?
well,
I mean,
hentai, to be honest.
of course I knew that, but like, what else are we talking about here?
Alright, so the top 4 recommended is Pocket Waifu, which is dating sim, Sacred Sword Princess, which is an action RPG, Crystal Maidens, which is an RTS, Kamihime Project, which is a turn-based RPG. Then we got a fuck ton more here. Harem Heroes, Sacred Sword Princess, Crystal Maidens, Fake Lay, Attack on Moe, H, Crush Crush, Moist and Uncensored.
The name alone.
Pedo, Seduction, Pussy Saga, Pocket
No,
Face.
no, we gonna stop there.
And in the video, I'll have a picture of each one of them.
Oh God. Oh God, the fact that you just said pet, no.
No, he wasn't ready.
Who came up with that? I want to know. I have to know. And are they behind bars?
Yeah,
oh God, just thinking about that makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
Pedo or Pussy Saga?
I mean, should we be saying that specifically? Monetize yellow. Monetize.
We're not
yellow
monetized anymore. We don't meet the requirements. It's fine.
Jesus, really?
Oh, we lost our monetization a long time ago. I mean, it's fine enough. We never made much money to begin with.
Wow.
Yeah. But since you're truly curious, let me click on explain to you the intricacies of pedo seduction.
Oh God.
Pedo seduction. It's a card game and a casual one. Join thousands of players from around the world in ultimate card battle sexual adventure. Seduction, the power to unlock the suppressed desires of a strong-willed woman. A master seductor is on the prowl in Tokyo, breaking minds and turning his targets into unwitting pawns. You've been enlisted by the ingenue Iru to end his reign of lust, or potentially take his place. Hone your skills and face off against other wielders of seduction. As you sleep your way to the centers of power, unlocking perverse desires of secretaries, scientists, politicians, and more.
No. Just no. Fuck that, no.
Oh, shit. So yeah, if any guys want to go play pedo seduction, go right ahead. It's on here. It's not too difficult. You just sign up with a free account and boom.
Not that I'm kink shaming or anything. Oh, I am kink shaming like a motherfucker. No, that is no. That is so wrong. Do I have to keep screaming no, Jared Fogle?
Hey man, I don't see any lollies on here, so that's something. I mean, I'm sure there is. That's a fetish for a lot of people for some reason. But yeah, they've got everything for phones, for download, online. If there's something you want here, your fetish is on here somewhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good to know. I mean, good to know. Good to know that. Well,
There's a place
I
for
mean,
you to post your porn games.
yeah, them at least. Though I feel like yeah, that should definitely be something that Pornhub should be teaming up. You know, should be they should be all over that shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's a lot of three. Yeah, they should release a lot of 3D porn. 3D porn games are a thing, and I'm surprised there's no that Pornhub doesn't do anything about it. Wait, why is it cool on this thing?
But anyway, let's get back. Let's get on to the next topic before we end up lingering here way too long. And why the fuck is the FBI outside?
Lolly Hentai Adventures. How did this show up here?
You know, wait, and the weirdest part is I still remember scrolling through Facebook and I found that really fucked up weird picture about God of War. Like, no, dude, I am not kidding. Like, I'm gonna send it to you, so hopefully you can put it, hopefully you can put it in the video.
Don't worry,
when we finish
I
it.
know where to go where to find it. God fucking damn it! If the FBI is gonna get me for something, it's for that.
The fucking Attrapist video, like the fucking Attrapist picture, boy. For a circle to bond, click FBI, open up.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god. But yeah, no, seriously, dude. I am never gonna get that fucked up image out of my head. Never.
And that, kids, is why you don't go to shadbase.com.
But anyway, like, okay, on to the next thing. I'm kind of pissed that everybody else didn't show up because this one is actually gonna be kind of strange, and I'm kind of pissed off at Nintendo about this one. But you know, like, okay, I don't know if you've seen the news, probably since I'm the only one in here that actually had, like, I'm the only one who actually has a Switch, but
Anthony has one.
apparently, really,
Yeah.
you never told me about it, fucking dick.
I mean, I don't know. You have to ask him about that. It's your lover's spat, not mine.
Shut up.
I love you too.
But anyway, yeah. The weird thing to me is that, okay, so every company now is forcing everyone to pay for online streaming service. However, I am kind of willing to back up Nintendo on this one because, you know, it's 20, but well, no, not really. I'm not really wanting to back up Nintendo on this one because it's kind of pissed me off at the fact that now all of a sudden I have to pay for the online service, which was completely free when these console first launched.
Yeah, and they don't really add anything else to the service except that's actually worth it.
Well, I mean, you still get free you get free NES titles. I don't know
20.
what to say about that.
You get 20, and with more added regularly. Why more? Why added regularly? What happened to the other ones that were on the virtual console? Why isn't that just available from the get-go?
Yeah, that's again, that's one of those things where I'm saying it's weirding me the fuck out.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like it's somewhat upset. No, I ain't gonna lie, that's somewhat upsetting.
It's very upsetting because I don't care for the NES mostly. I'm a fan of the N6. I prefer the SNES and the GBA because that's stuff I grew up with. But none of that is listed on here yet. So it's like,
And then let's not forget the interest of the N64 titles. Now I don't know if they're planning on launching a Nintendo the Super N64 Mini, because if they are, of course I'm gonna be all over that shit.
same here, just
Because,
so I can play Body Harvest on a portable console now.
Body Harvest, never heard of that one.
It's it's the predecessor to GTA 3. Midway Games, before they became Rockstar North, made it, and everything they made in that game got transported into GTA 3.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to think about it,
Oh,
technically Nintendo did have did have GTA on one of their mainstream consoles at one point,
huh.
except with Aliens.
Okay. All right. This still sounds pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to look that one up later.
It's a
But
decent
it's
enough
like,
game.
yeah, but yeah, to me, it's kind of tripping me out. Again, these games, like we already had these games at one point, so why not?
Hmm. It's like wouldn't even be mad if it was 20 games, but at least spread out over multiple consoles. It's like, oh, it's only from the NES. Okay, what about the SNES? What about the Game Boy, Game Boy Color? Fucking hell, I'll take any of those as well as than just the NES, because I can just go. Well, no, I can't go buy out and buy an SNES Mini because Nintendo likes to shortchange the fuck out of everybody.
Like, what did they have? What did they make them in like limited supply or something?
Oh, they always do that. Whenever they do, you get like two at a store.
Huh. So it's just easiest to get it off Amazon.
Oh yeah, or hell, just go download ROMs like you can do normally. And it's like, oh, but where my computer can run it. Listen, my fucking toaster can probably run a goddamn NES emulator. It's not that big of a deal.
And you know what? See the weird, like, you know what? See the thing that's kind of upset, like the thing that's kind of upsetting me now is that, um, well, clearly, this little toast ass laptop is easily able to handle PS2 games, but for some reason, I fucking can't, and it is pissing me off.
That might depend on the settings of the system itself or on the games. Because I told you a few months back, I don't think you remember, it was like the Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly games were made using 3D open software, so that makes it difficult for the emulator to run. Everything else could probably just come down to the settings, which I can help you fix if you want.
And that's something that we'll work on later. Cause you know what okay, this is the one thing that has been upsetting me the most about PlayStation not porting all of its PS1 games over.
Hmm.
Well, PS2 games over anyway. Now, the thing is that I am a fan of the Ape Escape games. And well, that should come as little to no surprise to anyone.
Who's watched our series longer than 2 episodes? And if you have, thank you for thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
The thing is that you know, PlayStation had the second game. This PlayStation had the second game ported over to consoles. And the reason why this is becoming kind of upsetting to me is because I actually really want to fucking play I want to be able to play all of the Ape Escape games without worrying about anything.
Yeah, legally through means that are officially and perfectly 100% functional. Understand that?
Because the thing is that again, like I said, I love Ape Escape to death. I grew up on it.
I feel you. It's kind of a thing I have with PlayStation not having any of the Digimon World games on a PlayStation Network, because those games were on PS1 and nothing else.
And it seems to me. And then the weirdest thing is that I checked in the store the other day. Apparently, PlayStation decided to drop the whole, PS2 on PS4 thing, which is again also extremely upsetting because, well, that just means unless you bought those games before they shut that service down, you can't get them anymore.
Oh, damn. Oh, that is some bullshit. And that's fucking odd. Because PS2 is one of the greatest game consoles that was made. How was there not any demand for it?
You know what? See, I think there was a demand for it, but people kind of lost it.
That's believable. I'd imagine. I can only imagine that happened if Sony didn't release fucking drip fed the games to us like Nintendo does for their virtual consoles, which is gone now. So yeah, that's another issue.
Wait, the virtual console's gone too now?
Yeah, there's not
Jesus.
going to be a virtual console on the Nintendo Switch. It's just the online service.
And to me, I feel like again, this is another one of those cases where companies are just kind of really fucking up their own profits.
Yeah, and that can be explained with the simple idea that they all have for some reason. We can't make some money. We need to make all of the money. So it's like you you make more money in the long run by having a bunch of this stuff in. No, 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 no. We need all of it.
Yeah, and that's a bit of a disturbing trend. Like an extremely disturbing trend to me. Because I mean, like back when you could just like, oh, okay, you get PlayStation Plus, you just get a few, you just get a few extra things, you get a few extra bonuses. Okay, yeah, that's completely cool. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
But now to the point that you're just telling me that I absolutely have to buy this stuff in order to play the games at all. Well, now we have a bit of an issue.
Mm-hmm. So,
And it seems strange because it's like whenever somebody brings it up, it's okay.
yeah, it's like because I'm trying to find a list of the PS2 games that were on the PS4, so I can actually get a good list.
And it was actually fair. It was actually fairly few, if you want me to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because let's see, you had all of the PS2 Grand Theft Auto games. Well, the biggest ones anyway. Excuse me. Let's see. I knew like Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, and San Andreas, absolutely. But you know what? Yeah, let's just go ahead and look that up.
yeah. Okay, I'm here at the store. PlayStation. Yada yada yada. Eventually, let's see. Yeah, the Jack and Daxter bundle, Art of Fighting Anthology, The King of Fighters '98. Eternal Ring. Okay, that's a From Software game. Where's Armored Core?
Like, let's see. Okay, what the fuck?
You alright there?
Like, no, it's telling me that Ape Escape 3 came onto the PS2 and PS4 list, but I never saw it.
Well, I'm not seeing anything on here about it. All I see is Ape Escape 2, and that's it for Ape Escape.
And I don't see anything else there.
Nah, it's just Ape Escape 2. And Prep of the Rappa 2, Dark Cloud, Star Wars, Jedi, Bounty Hunter, Okage, Shadow King, Manhunt. Okay, you got a bunch of Rockstar stuff like Max Payne and Bully. You know, The Warriors. That was good. Psychonauts. But I'm not seeing none of this. How come the God of War series is on here? Yeah, I know they have a bunch of bundles, but I'm pretty sure people would like to buy that individually.
And it's like, yeah, this is really kind of getting on my nerves.
The selection's not bad, but it's not none of the really. I guess Jack and Rockstar, but it's none of the like the super really heavy hitters.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess it's just kind of getting on my nerves at the fact that I know this stuff exists. I think it's just a case of getting pissed off or getting older.
Hmm. No, I understand.
Because
It's a case of this is on here, but why isn't the rest of this series on here?
yeah, because I had Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 that I bought off the store. But it's just upsetting me that only Ape Escape that I have is Ape Escape 2. And the weirdest thing is that version of Ape Escape is the European version.
Oh, so is it running off the? Is it on a slower frame rates? Because that was the thing with PAL region.
You know what? Honestly, I can't tell because it's been so damn long since I played the original.
I'll look up region differences while we're on this. While we're on the subject.
It's like, yeah, like the clearest difference I can tell you is that again, well, from the voice is kind of fucking with me because I kind of grew up with Ash and Misty being the voices of Ape, being the voices of Ape Escape.
And I have some British fuck. Oh, way not to get the apes. Hip hip cheerio.
I mean, no, it doesn't sound that stereotypical, but it does put me in a weird place where I'm connecting to this game on the gameplay side to it, but because the voice acting isn't the same, it's just taking me out the game. So it's like it's kind of like a Silicon Valley kind of thing. It's so close, but so far.
Like Michael Jackson.
God damn it. But like, no, it's not that it's entirely upsetting to me. It's just kind of strange because I would have figured like I have no idea how they're even doing this. I'm believing that they're taking these pristine disc copies of these games and redistributing them in mass via the PlayStation Store. That's what I'm going with, or either that or they're just republishing the available data that they have for the certain games that they do. Because otherwise, I would have figured, you've been putting out the entirety of the best of your PS2 games.
Mm-hmm. Or if we want to be cynical assholes, they can be like Nintendo and just downloading the ISOs and putting them up on the storefront.
True. Which, speaking of which, I'm thinking no, I need to stop. There's already a bunch of games on the pipeline that I still need to actually start. Dude, do you have any idea how long I have been working on Ghettoborn just to only stall in progress?
Hey man, that's me and all my reviews. It's like I get so far, but I stop at one specific point or another. I know how you feel, man.
And that's kind of the thing that's really tripping me out. I don't know why, but I guess because YouTube is kind of doing this whole brand safe thing and is sort of tripping out entirely. It's kind of difficult to invest the interest in it anymore.
It is. I mean, there's no guarantee anyone will ever see your stuff because of how YouTube promotes its features. It's a sad reality, but it's one we're living with. Although I've heard Amazon plans on making its own YouTube-esque service, so
that actually sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And from reading here on tcrf.net, the main difference is that the European version of Ape Escape 2 runs on a less polished version.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think it's just like I don't know if it's just because I can't tell the difference. If you want me to be honest, unless something is running like a freaking slideshow, I will never be able to tell the difference between frame rates.
You play PC gaming on my shitty old laptop as much as I have, and you get to learn the difference real fast.
Okay, no, seriously. I love how AJ says that he's not going to be able to make it for the podcast, but he has been the entire time we've been doing this bastard's been playing Halo.
Well, Anthony's online on Skype too, so he's probably on Xbox playing Halo with AJ, so fuck both of you.
You bastards. You didn't think I'd notice, did you?
As the Monarch once said,
"You abandoned me! You abandoned my hatred! I have cuddled that. Look into my eyes!"
I wonder what happens when we send them this video and they actually know that we know that.
Nobody else on this channel watches our videos except me, and that's because I render all this shit myself.
And the weirdest thing is, my family keeps telling me, "Hey, keep going, don't stop. This is gonna go someplace positive." But I know how to check to see if anyone's watching my videos, and none of you have been watching.
Oh, Sal, you've been doing reviews for 2 years. Yeah, the most I have is like 10 views from friends and family.
And the weirdest part is that the second, the second you make it out of all of this, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, you're a big star now. You mind helping me out?" You gave me nothing.
Once again, insert Monarch clip.
You abandoned me! You abandoned my hatred! I have cuddled them. Look into my eyes!
And that kind of gets on my nerves and trips me out at the same time.
Oh yeah, because you put in a lot of work into something, but it feels like you're not making any sort of progress. It's disheartening a lot when I look at my videos.
Eventually I just thought, because I keep coming back to this whole thing about being a reactionist, and I don't want to do that, but it seems like that's the only way you're actually gonna get found.
No, Matt, we have morals, goddammit. We have technology.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I'm never gonna I ain't never selling out like that. I'm just saying, it just seems like that's the only way you're actually gonna get noticed. Either that, or you have to get that shout out from other ex-big YouTuber, kind of, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie thing.
Yeah, we can always dick suck them and make animations for them.
Never. I will bend to no one. Damn it.
Okay, Gamaguri, calm down there.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, did you Actually, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask this question. I don't know if you actually have ever played this, but Blazblue cross tag battle is a thing.
Yeah, I saw, one of my friends of mine is actually doing a playthrough of it on his channel, so I'm helping him out. I'm helping him out, and I'm interested in it a little bit. He also is playing that underknife invert thing, so it helps.
Sounds like my friend Dante.
Yeah.
But anyway, actually, when the beta was still up, dude, I have to admit, I wasn't expecting much out of it, because it felt to me like it was just gonna be a really fan servicey game. Seeing as how you crossing over so many different series and just having all these characters box with each other. But I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised at what I played.
That's good. I mean, it's ArcSys, so at least they know how to make their games.
True, though I'm kind of surprised that Dragon Ball FighterZ didn't come to Switch either.
That is surprising, although I'm either they're trying to work out the kinks right now, or it's probably never will. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta admit, I don't know if the Switch will be able to handle that, because sometimes it tends to run hot when I'm playing fucking Breath of the Wild. But then again, Breath of the Wild is fucking Breath of the goddamn Wild.
True that.
Yeah. Oh god, it's starting to get boring. What do we do? Break out the emergency conversation topics. Breasts.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is best tits? Small, medium, or J-cup?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I just thought of something random. That's all.
I get the feeling that now I've seen triple Z's, and those just fucking monstrosities.
Those are unhealthy because you see the veins everywhere. It's scary.
I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck do you walk with that?
Very carefully, because if you fall, that thing's going splat.
And I just had a new topic and completely forgot what the fuck it was.
Well, there's something I actually was pretty interested in. I'm disappointed Anthony's not here, because this would have interested him too. Halo is actually releasing one of those on-rail shooter arcade games for Dave & Buster's.
That actually sounds pretty sweet, because you know what? Oddly enough, just over the last couple of days, I have really had this desire to play light gun game.
Mm-hmm.
Time crisis style.
Mm-hmm. Same here. I've been replaying Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles recently. I like it.
Umbrella Chronicle. You know what? See, there's so many Resident Evil games that I've never played that I will never know which one is which.
The Chronicles games are the light shooters that that are compilations of 1 through 3, and Code Veronica.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a good enough abridged version of if you don't have the time to play the Resident Evils.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot touch any of the old Resident Evils. Just having anything be that open and trying to figure that shit out for my damn self. I can figure out certain things, but this definitely not one of them. Like, no, seriously, dude. Just in the first Resident Evil alone, the one puzzle that kept killing me the most was the one with the 2 freaking statues and the fake key. I never knew what the fuck I was supposed to do there. Never. Until one of my friends started helping me out with it, and I looked up a bunch of guides and shit after. And after that, I don't know. I can't. Those games are just too abstract for me.
I feel you, man. Which means
Like,
I'll
I
do
feel
the
like
Resident Evil games for the channel. Yes.
The weird thing is that, oh yeah, and Dark Souls Remastered, but I can still figure out Dark Souls better than I can figure out Resident Evil.
Well, Dark Souls has less to pick up this thing to go unlock this pathway over here to pick up the next thing type of puzzles. At least one. I haven't played 2 or 3, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Okay, you know what? See, my girlfriend kind of ruined the second for me.
What did she do?
Dude, she sent me, okay, this was the first time I had ever played Dark Souls. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know where to go. My girlfriend led me to an area where enemies that were way higher level than me, and I'm getting wrecked in one shot every time. Eventually, I got to the point where I learned the bastards' movements and started killing them, but it would take me a solid 15 minutes just to bring down one of the bastards. I didn't realize that I had gone to the wrong area until I looked up a fucking walkthrough. I've never let that go since.
And thus was a violent hate sex that day.
Dude, do you know how long it has been since the last time I've actually seen her face to face? Because now all of a sudden, you know, I got a job that allows me to get weekends off. Now she has to work weekends. This is that, goddamn it. How the fuck is this relationship gonna fucking work anymore?
She's taunting you. How dedicated are you to the booty, Matt? How?
Oh, you do not understand my devotion to booty.
Then go, booty warrior. Go.
But I'm just saying though, that's kind of. I'm never gonna let her get out of that. I'm just gonna say that now, so the entire world knows it. But,
Matthew needs snoo.
But yeah, I finally looked up a walkthrough, only to discover that not only have I been led in the wrong direction the entire time I was playing this.
I'm playing the wrong game.
But it was only after that I actually managed to do anything in the game. And what makes it even weirder is the fact that, you know, trying to play all the other Dark Souls games against Dark Souls 3, I realized that the only reason why I was even able to handle Dark Souls 3 was because the rhythm was faster.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. They got that's From Software in a nutshell. All their games in the series get progressively faster. Example, Armored Core. I love that series, but like you play at one, you play at and you play. If you play one, then you just straight up play four. There is a goddamn massive difference in speed.
And don't you hate that when you try to play a game and then you end up like you're just trying to play a damn game and then you end up going back to the older versions of that game and it's so drastically different.
Mm-mm. Yeah, ain't that the truth? I felt that recently because I picked up a Jack and Daxter at one of the flea markets, and it's like this is Jack and Daxter, but it feels so weird, different from Jack 2 and 3.
Yeah, Jack and the Precursor Legacy. Yes, it's so bizarre. Cause it went from Collectathon to fucking GTA.
It went from fucking Banjo Kazooie to Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Exactly. It felt so weird, and now I keep trying to. And then, after playing Jack 2 and Jack 3, I try to go back to Jack 1, and I cannot play it.
It's so weird to see evolution in gameplays, and actual evolutions, not God of War's drastic change in gameplay.
And because let's see, oh wait, the clearest subject for this conversation. Don't even get me started on Assassin's Creed.
From assassinations to Yar Har Fiddly.
You know what? See, the worst part is that actually. After playing Black Flags and the others, I feel like Ubisoft should have just focused more on the naval combat aspect to that. It would have just came out better. Because, that whole being a pirate thing, that was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And sadly, I've tried to Sea of Thieves, and it is not good.
I've heard that it's very much a game that you need to have friends playing with.
Yeah, it is. Because otherwise, it's so boring. Because I tried playing it with my girlfriend and her friend, and I was bored to tears.
No kidding, folks. They actually started crying to us on the podcast.
It's like, nah, man. It's like, think of Minecraft with mostly ocean and nothing to do.
Ugh. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that was.
Although that seems to be an issue with both of Xbox's new exclusives, because I've heard State of Decay is pretty boring too.
Yeah, again, State of Decay seems like it's another one of those games that's only good if you're playing it with friends.
Yeah. And thus we learn the failings of the multiplayer-only style of gameplay that companies want us to swallow hook, line, and sinker now. Is that they're fucking boring by yourself.
And see, that's the other thing that I think that people need to take into consideration on whether or not a game is good or not. If it takes you playing it with friends for a game to be good, I think we might need to take a couple looks at a few things.
Mm-hmm. Because if I have to spend $120 with a friend of mine to have a good time, that's not a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here playing Laser League and trying to go ML. I'm trying to go fucking pro at it.
Hey man.
The weirdest thing is Laser League is nothing but Tron.
Really?
Well, I'd say that's more or less what it is. Basically, you're just dodging laser light walls while running. And throwing out other laser light walls. That's it. That's all you're doing.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is cool as shit, but still.
Yeah, but not everything is a winner, I feel you.
It's like, nah, because I'm not able to throw shit anywhere. I feel like I should be able to throw shit.
Okay, you feel like you are playing Tron, but you don't have the laser discs for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with me about the whole thing. But anyway, okay. Do you play games like Burnout?
Very rarely. I'm not a racing game fan particularly, but I do indulge sometimes.
Okay, so the beta for this game called On-rush dropped recently, and I have to admit, I like since the day it came out, I spent a crap ton of time playing it.
Hmm.
Like when I say I spent a lot of time playing it,
You've spent every waking minute dreaming of it.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am already level 20. I am already level 20 at it.
Oh. Okay then.
I spent so much time playing it. Like Jesus Christ, dude. You have no idea. When I say that game feels like Burnout on steroids, I am not kidding.
Oh, so F-Zero GX.
Like, no, even crazier than that.
Oh shit.
Because that game, like, dude, I feel like that game needs to come with a seizure warning. Like, dude, that game has more flashing lights than Marvel vs. Capcom. And that's saying something.
Holy shit. And the models look better. Oh my god.
Speaking of which, I remember I got invited to it. I actually got invited to a fucking fighting game tournament once.
Are you gonna ruin that game's reputation as like Killer Instinct?
No. God damn it. But no, dude, I gotta admit, I have been invited to fighting game tournaments before, and one of them was kind of a major tournament at this place in downtown Chicago. I don't know if you've ever heard of Ignite before, but it was kind of like, it was kind of a big deal.
Right.
I don't think that I would ever be able to play any fighting game at the competitive level. Competitive level. Just solely because I love playing video games too much. I'm not trying to get stuck to playing one thing forever.
Right, I feel you. You don't want to turn into
Hey.
DSP clinging on to Street Fighter 2
Yeah.
and still getting mad when he loses.
block.
What is lagging, man?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? I had some place to go with that and completely forgot where the fuck it was.
Who knows?
Oh my God.
You don't want to be a washed up, bitter old 36-year-old man begging kids for money on Street Fighter 2.
And the worst part is he actually gets away with that shit.
Motherfucker makes 10K like a year. That pisses me off.
I mean, like, no, the thing that pisses me off is the fact that a fucking kid just opens toys and plays with them like 7 million a goddamn year. Now, that shit frustrates the hell out of me.
True enough. Yeah, but that's a child. This is supposedly a grown-ass man.
No, yeah, you heard about his new girlfriend, don't you?
Oh yeah, his quote-unquote soulmate.
Fam, I still remember they made this one video, and man, the way this chick was looking at this dude.
She isn't uncomfortable as fuck, dude. It is amazing.
Like, dude, the look that she gave him was like, I cannot wait to be done with this bastard. He put his hands on her one time, and the look on her face is like, bitch, if you don't get your hands off me right now.
Oh, I'm waiting for the news where like we find out he killed her in his sleep or some shit.
I'm like, dude, I'm waiting for this to turn into another Panda Lee situation.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what He ruined one girl for life. He's gonna ruin another one.
But then again, Panda Lee was kind of trash too.
She wasn't a saint or anything, but she was 16 living with that asshole, you know? She wasn't really set to succeed at any points. Oh, my bad. 18. Oh, yeah. He's still a pedophile, guys. I don't give a shit.
Like, dude, because I think because I keep hearing the news floating around that he was taking an interest in her when she was like 13 or something.
I don't know, but she was underage when they started dating. Although
And
I technically can't be angry because that was a situation with my mom and dad. He was 25, she was 15, so double standard there, I guess.
I don't know. All I know is that was some weird shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, off the topic of being being a bitter bitch made bastard.
Right.
Where the fuck else is I getting ready to go with this? Oh yeah. Actually, I keep getting I keep getting a bunch of tweets about people being excited about the new Smash Brothers, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like a Splatoon 2. It's the same one that we got on the Wii U, just with a few new bells and whistles.
I mean, true enough, but still, again, like I said, it's the community behind Smash that has me concerned. Because, I mean, of course, as you know, I went through 6 out of 6 Smash tournaments, and 6 out of 6 times it always smelled like just straight up unwashed ass and cooch. And then there's also the fact that these, they basically took the fun out of playing Smash on the 3DS and Wii U.
They took a party fighting game and tried to turn it into a super professional fighting game.
And the funniest thing is, if you ever call it a party brawler, they get so mad.
It's not a party brawler, it's a fighting game. Meanwhile, we're playing a game where the idea is to have super adorable characters beat the fuck out of each other and kick them off a stage into an exploding death. Sure.
Exactly. And they're like, dude, I'm sorry, bro. Do you realize what the fuck happens whenever I pick? Like, dude, I love how they always call that Bayonetta's overpowered. She's overpowered. She's OP. Why? Cause look at how much damage she can do all at once. Yes, nigga. That's what it's called, a combo.
You see, kids, this is what we call a fighting game character in a non-fighting game. Learn well, you retarded fucks.
Which is why I'm constantly so disappointed that PlayStation All Stars never came back.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be real with you. PlayStation All Stars had multiple things over Smash, but the only thing they didn't have was just the character roster. That's pretty much it. But other than that, the stages were always really cool and vibrant and shit. There was something to enjoy about all of them.
Yeah, it was an interesting type of party brawler. I mean, it was more brawler than actual party, so that was one up on Nintendo. But,
yeah,
like you said, it's the lack of characters.
The lack of character rosters and the lack of support, and the surprising lack of support the game had, because it turns out that PlayStation had let go of the company that made the game, which is the reason why we never got a second one. Fucking Sony.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up how it sold well as compared to its budget, because that probably had something to do with it.
I don't know, because I get the feeling that the game probably sold better than the budget.
Shuhei Yoshida confirmed that over 1 million copies of the game had been sold by June 12, 2013, although he conceded that at the time that was not enough to justify a sequel or developing further DLC for the game.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. So if it was over 1 million copies, let me get a calc. Let's just be generous and say it's $1 million. I mean, it's $60 full price for each game. That would have been about 60 mil. Jeez, what was the fucking budget like then?
Game range. Let's see. Apparently some leaks are in and PlayStation All-Stars 2 might be a thing.
Huh. Well, I hope. I don't know. I mean, the Sony still doesn't really have much in the way of characters for it. Especially now that Crash is back with the everyone on every other console.
Yeah, but technically it was oh shit, round 2 really is a thing.
Oh, really?
Second game crossover fighting, blah 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 blah. The game was developed by C Santa Monica Studio, Naughty Dog Inc. and Frostless in 2005. Blah blah blah. Okay, wait, I take that back. This shit look fake.
Was it one of those? It's like one of those trailers. Like, oh hey, it's Sonic and Shadow for the new roster. Oh boy, guys. I don't know. The company's been let go, and it never justified a sequel. Which, to be fair, yeah, it's what happens when they didn't have much of a roster anymore, since they lost all of their all of their mascots in the PS1 era.
Yeah, I will admit that is extremely disappointing.
It is.
'Cause I'm not gonna lie. If there was any game that could even be made competitive, it had to be PlayStation All Stars. Mostly because there was a lot more of a technical aspect to it than it was for any of Smash games.
Mm-hmm. And that game didn't rely on fucking glitches to make it actual competitive. So.
And the other thing is that when I played PlayStation, like the thing about PlayStation All Stars is that there is no way for you to actually cheese a fight. Like I have seen Smash Brothers gameplay, and that whole ledge barring, the fucking thing with ice climbers, the double attacks and all that jazz. Even the shit that I've seen people do with Ryu, that is just ridiculous. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that in PlayStation All Stars. So there was a lot more balance to that than there was in Smash. There was also considering the other thing too is that Smash is a game that tends to slow down when everybody starts accumulating high damage. PlayStation All Stars, it can never slow down. Otherwise, you're never gonna win.
Yeah, you're not. You're not playing the game if you don't. If you do slow it down. And again, that's the problem with Smash, because what makes it competitive is just an exploit in the game's physics. It's not actually how it's designed for.
And again, like that's my whole thing. Like that's my whole thing about it though, is that I would love, like, dude, in the new Smash, if Nintendo actually removed the ability for people to turn off items, I feel like that could probably be like the best thing for it, just to remove that part of the audience.
Yeah, you know what? Because they were talking about having an emulator for the Switch, or someone saying that it was possible. It's like, yeah, give them Melee online and let everybody else have a game that's actually fun.
Yeah, because see, the funniest thing is that everybody always says that, oh, Smash 4 sucks because too many characters, blah blah blah. It's not competitive enough, and I'm just sitting there looking like, you know what? To me, I feel like the one thing that perfectly explains this was the one time Reggie goes up against this one pro Smash player, and he's not doing too well, and this Smash player is like, bruh, you suck. And Reggie just fires back at this dude like, I have to run a company. This is all you do.
Holy shit.
It was like, yeah, I completely understand. Reggie is putting everything that he knows into playing this damn game. It just so happens that you spend a lot more of your time doing this. He has some other shit to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It's
man, I'm
like the
professional on a non-fighting game. Like, great job. You couldn't have spent the time on an actual fighting game in the FGC?
Cause I ain't gonna like, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I have been putting a lot of work in. I have been putting a lot of work into Tekken, and I got invited to another fighting game tournament that again I turned down because I don't ever actually want to be a part of the professional fighting game scene. If you want me to be real with you,
That's completely fair. But hey, you actually practice on a actual fighting game from that is designed to be an actual fighting game. You didn't go to play a game that and twist it to be something it's not.
and you know what? See, the worst part is I think I've gone above and beyond the Call of Duty at the fact that I did actually buy a fight stick just for it.
Oh, hey man, if you want the most out the best experience, that's what you do.
Which for some reason, the only game that I can never use that fight stick with is Street Fighter.
Huh.
That is the only game that it doesn't work with. What I mean by that is that my button inputs do not match the stuff that do never match the stuff that I'm trying to do, and it amazes me that there's so many people that can actually play that game on a fight stick.
It's not a problem with the fight stick itself. Maybe it's
Like no, it's not at all. Like, to me, it may be the fact that I don't have just the as what would be put as just the right restrictor plate onto the thing in the thing, but it's just, trying to do Shoryuken motions is a fucking nightmare.
ooh. Well, one day we can try that out with multiple fight sticks and get you one that works for you.
I mean, no, it's nothing that I'm free. I mean, no, it's nothing that I'm freaking out about, but still.
Fair enough.
Though hilariously enough, the best games that it actually does work for are Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which apparently the fighting game community doesn't recognize as a fucking fighting game, but they recognize fucking the original Smash Brothers as a fighting game. Like, that shit triggers the fuck out of me. I'm like, no, seriously. In terms of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite being a fighting game, dude, I have an ass load of fun playing that game. Holy shit. But the thing is that people will say that that's not a fighting game, but they will instantly say that the original Smash Brothers is a fighting game, and that trips me out.
No, that's the issue with nerd culture in general, is that if we love something, we cling to it, and if anyone has even has any inkling of, let's say, fact, Smash Brothers it was designed as a fighting game, but it was more of a party fighting game, if anything, just from the setup. It was like, oh no, man, it's a super professional fighting game. You just gotta put some time into it and exploit a glitch that is technically. So you're exploiting a glitch, so you're technically not playing how it was designed. Shut up, man.
Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, what is this glitch you're talking about?
Wave dashing, L canceling. Every professional maneuver you see in any sort of upper tier Smash game is just manipulating the glitch. Is just glitches and exploits in the system.
I would love to see what the fuck would happen if none of that stuff existed anymore.
You'd actually have people who actually be playing fighting games. Examples, like in some professional Smash player played Dragon Ball Z. Wow, it's so exhilarating. It's so much different. Yeah, this is an actual fighting game, you stupid fuck.
You've got to send me the video of that.
I'll see if I can find it.
Cause while you're doing that, I'm gonna send you the fucking video of Reggie getting in this dude's ass.
Yeah, well. No, it's funny. People are gonna watch this like, well, you shitting on Smash players. Because no, I shit on people who turn anything into a cult or overblow something and transform it to something that it's not.
And the funniest thing is, everybody was saying like, oh, Reggie is super, everybody's like, Reggie's super salty about the fact that he lost to the guy. It's like, okay, he has a right to say what he's saying.
Yep. Like, oh, wow, parade. It's like, you know what? It's like those guys at any fighting tournament that actually beat a little kid, and it's like, oh, blowing in his face. Like, dude, not everyone plays this 24/7.
Somebody actually had the nerve to call Reggie a fucking fraud. Like, I don't get it, bro. This is a man that has shit to do in his life, and y'all mad at him because he doesn't have time to be good at the one game you're good at.
It's like this man's running a goddamn company, one of the biggest companies in Japan and the US currently, and you're mad that he's not hardcore MLG at a video game. It's okay. It's like, okay.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. And the weirdest thing is that it's only the Smash community that thinks that, you know, Reggie's salty about the fact that he's losing. Like, dude, no. He has shit to do. He doesn't have time to keep playing video games all the fucking time the way you think he should.
Mm-hmm.
And that kills me. The fact that he did just go and call this dude, I was like, yeah, I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all.
No, like, again, that's what happens when you make something that you love into a fucking cult.
Yep. A hungry box gets wrecked by Reggie, yes. As long as this man never says my body is ready again, Reggie is my nigga.
My body is Reggie. Oh god.
And then wait, dude, you know what the weirdest thing is? I feel like I'm starting to slide into the competitive aspect, into the competitive scene of ARMS. And I gotta admit, it is some high level bullshit. I'm like, nah, man, because do you have any idea how long I have had to spend? I had to go into training for 2 days straight just to figure out the most effective way to deal with jump dodgers and grab spammers. And don't even get me started on Ninjara grab spammers. Like, no, seriously. How do you fucking fight a character that's able to fucking teleport, then grab your ass, and then do that shit again and again and again?
What witchcraft is it? What witchcraft is this?
I'm like, fam, I'm just sitting here just trying to play. I'm just sitting here just trying to play the damn game. I'm like, nigga, I can't even enjoy this shit no damn more.
I came here to have a good time, and I am honestly feeling so attacked right now.
Exactly. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, why am I doing? Like, you're just sitting there, just going through your mind, and everything then turned into a fucking meme. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why is he constantly jumping? Why is he constantly grabbing?
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
Exactly, dude. Oh yeah, by the way, I did I don't know if you've seen it already, but I finally sent in that video of fucking Reggie going after Hungry Box, and Jesus Christ, it is far funnier than it should be. He was like, "Wow, you are not good at this." So I had to run a video game company. And it's like, damn.
Get wrecked, kid.
Damn. I spend 16 hours a day running the company. You spend 16 hours a day playing Smash. That right there should be like that right there is the difference. It's like, yeah, how the hell are you going to say some negative shit about somebody because they actually have responsibilities in life? When all you have to do is sit on your ass and play video games. I'm sorry, bro. That doesn't work.
No, it does not.
Like,
so get some assholes to try that shit.
Like, dude, that would be the same thing as me getting on somebody playing in the NBA about, oh, how come you ain't do this or this or this or this when I don't play basketball at all?
Yeah, that's me with
Or
any
for,
sport.
or for God's sakes, somebody being like 600 pounds telling somebody else how to work the fuck out.
Okay, Majin Buu.
Exactly. It's like, okay, like no, you just got it. Your head, like just turning to Kanye, and then Kanye West just busts into the fucking room out of nowhere. Your head asses, man. Your head asses. I feel like that would be the only appropriate way for that entire situation to play out, because otherwise, no.
Well, that's basically it.
But I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring this back to something a little bit more positive than me just bashing the shit out of the Smash community. Because honestly, I could go on with that for hours.
I was like, we wouldn't have a fucking a time just railing on the Smash community for their bullshit.
But I don't know. Since we brought it up, what characters what characters would you be looking forward to seeing in Smash?
Well, we can go for the obvious meme worthy of Crash Bandicoot.
And you know what the weirdest thing is? That actually it turns out Crash is actually a strong candidate.
He could be. I mean, he's on a Nintendo console now.
Well, I mean, dude, I don't even think it has to be anything on Nintendo consoles. You got to remember they threw Cloud in out of nowhere, and the only Nintendo console that he's ever been on was a 3DS with what was it at the time? Theorhythm Final Fantasy.
Well, technically, he was on the GBA for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
I mean, yeah, but he was an assist character. At that point, I would have said that Sora would have been a stronger candidate.
Yeah, I mean, sure enough, I'll try to find something else. Right, but just...
But I don't know, anything else aside from Crash?
Obvious meme. I got really nothing. No, because I would like less. I would like less Fire Emblem waifus and actual fighters.
You're the second person I've heard say that. I don't know. I get the feeling like this would probably make a decent top 10 video, but if I had to throw my own hat into the ring here, because I did again, I keep pushing for this so hard. Neku Sakuraba from The World Ends With You, and especially since it's getting a port to Switch and a story extension.
Yeah, an
I
updated
feel like
re-release. He's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's just a good idea.
And Gyro supports some more hype for the game.
I mean, yeah, there's that too. Plus, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm kind of sick of Ness and Lucas, and he'd make a fantastic switch out. Either them or get rid of Mewtwo.
You could switch Ness and Lucas for characters from The World Ends With You. Both Neku and maybe Joshua, because people love their whole gay yaoi stuff.
I don't know. If I had to say anybody, I'd say Shiki, just because she's the only other recognizable face. Either her or Beat.
If it's Shiki, I want them to just have a costume where she's in her her real outlook, because she looks so much more hot to me. Which is funny because
wait. Yeah, that would be interesting. Wait, you talking about when she's going, when she's all nerd alert with the glasses and
with
shit,
the green,
right?
Yeah, the green sweater, black hair, glasses, still holding the adorable little doll, her adorable little piggy, as Neku calls it. Dude, she's so much cuter into me on that, with that.
Well, really, it doesn't bother me. Which is you can use which one. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I'd say that'd be cool. I'd say that'd be cool as a second costume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A second costume with that would be nice.
Yeah, of course. Everybody's throwing in at least one or two of the characters from ARMS, and I do not blame them. But if I had to add in another character, I would most definitely say I definitely say Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, just because you have to have your obligatory oblivious male protagonist from an RPG.
Ah, yes, the standard visual novel protagonists. We know them well, and they
'Cause, I mean,
all have the same brown shaggy hair.
exactly. Well, I mean, because they can't. I mean, they did. I mean, they added Shulk in from the last game, and well, I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. The first Xenoblade Chronicles, I touched that once and never played it again, just because I could not. I was just not down with the way the game played.
If I wanted to play an MMO, I could play an MMO.
And you know what? See, the worst part was that was giving me flashbacks to a game that should never be giving me That's in nothing should ever be giving me flashbacks to. And would you like to know what that was?
Go ahead, shoot.
Fucking Sword Art Online. Now, if you are giving me flashbacks to Sword Art Online, your game is horribly wrong.
Holy shit. Oh, holy fuck, I did not expect that.
And the worst part was that I played Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. I went through Infinity Moment. I went through a fucking Lost Song, the trash, the fucking dumpster fire that was. The only decent Sword Art Online game I played thus far is Gun Gale Online, and that is a bare minimum ahead of any of the rest of it.
The irony, Sword Art Online, but it doesn't have a lot of swords. What madness is this?
Cause I'm like, nah, dude. They kept trying to make the game. They kept trying to make the game play like it was an MMO instead of just focusing on actually good gameplay. No, bruh, no.
Ugh.
You should not have made it this MMO type game. You should have just made it a hack and slash. That would have worked so much better. Like, you see now, if they had built Sword Art Online like it was, let's say, maybe Devil May Cry, something like that, then yeah, it probably would have actually been decent, even though the story was weak. The gameplay could have easily made up for that, and you had so many different types of gameplay to actually enjoy. But no, you instead decide to do this weird ass single player MMO style type of game, and it does not work. It does not work.
No.
And then they threw in this weird relationship mechanic. I get the fact that he's supposed to be able to smash every single one of the chicks that he's around, but just no, you just shoehorn that in for the sake of fan service.
Yeah, well, I'd honestly saying that's like anime in general. How much of the romance is really poorly made?
And beyond, and then Lost Song. I don't know what the fuck the idea was in Lost Song. Because that's when they switch over to Alfheim Online, and then they try to do the thing. They try to do this thing with aerial combat, and you end up feeling motion sickness because you can't tell whether you're upside down, right side up, left or right. while you're in the middle of the fight. And what makes it even worse is that the gameplay was marginally better than the first game, with it being a hack and slash, and it was still stiff as fuck.
Ugh.
And then they had this character creation mechanic in the damn game when all it is just you being able to make a brand new NPC that's completely nothing special from any other NPC in the damn game.
Rip.
And then in Gun Gale Online, they finally fixed that shit by, taking the story focus away from Kirito and his group and having it focus solely on your actually customized character. And still, what makes it even worse than that is that you basically made this world that basically is filled with so much opposition that it never, ever, ever stops being a fucking fight. There's always something trying to kill you around the corner.
No, well, fantastic.
It's just it was like I will say it was definitely better than the first two, but other than that,
But a dumpster fire is still a dumpster fire.
yeah.
A polished turd is still a turd. Which is why you're saying you're gonna do the SAO games for us, right? Thanks,
Fuck
Matt.
you, no. Like, dude, I swear to you, I've gone back to try playing those games on 6 different occasions. And I get past like the first 3 floors and like, fuck it, I'm done.
I can't stand this anime bullshit anymore.
Like, no, seriously. Now, if we were talking about something like okay, these games probably might sound a bit obscure, but Freedom Wars, God Eater, less obscure. But if we were talking about a gameplay like that, yes, I could do that. I played through Freedom Wars 3 times. I played through God Eater 1 and 2 at least twice. And I mean entirely. I went through like the post game content, everything.
Dedication.
And I'm not gonna lie, I am waiting with bated breath, with bells on my goddamn shoes for God Eater 3. I can't wait to go through that. I have played through those games multiple times. I don't know if it's just me or is it that anime games usually tend to suck balls.
No, they tend to suck balls because a lot of them. Because the good animes don't really have much action. Good animes with action with a bunch of cool action scenes can't really translate well to gameplay. Super well. I mean, example would be like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, oh, the games are good. You know, the battle royale thing that came out a while back. But you can't really do some of the absurd, super crazy stuff that you can do that the characters do in universe. So it's just limitations between the gameplay and the stuff like this.
I mean, even still, I do understand that there's some limitations. But even with playing, Eyes of Heaven, that's actually that's a pretty damn good game, especially for a JoJo game. I had a shitload of fun playing that.
Yeah, like I said, good game, just a bit limited. Or you can have an example like SAO, where if you look, where most of the stuff isn't, the anime itself doesn't really have a lot of the action because that when you look at the gameplay, that shit's boring as fuck.
And the saddest part is about the gameplay is that it didn't fucking need to be. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. SAO does not work as fucking Star Ocean, you dick.
No, especially when the core mechanic is an MMO that is only tied to sword play and not even interesting sword play. Remember, in universe, Kirito's the only one who can dual wield. Why? Why isn't there more sword variation in this universe? Who would play an MMO where all you can do is fight with a sword?
Exactly. And wait, the weirdest part is it's not even just swords that you can use. They have all these different types. Like, they have all these. And the weird thing is, it's called Sword Art Online instead of Blade Art Online. I mean, there's all these different types of swords you can use there's all these different types of bladed weapons you can use. Axes, two-handers. Glaze, Naginatas, if you want to put it that way. There's all these different types of weapons, but it's just called sword art. And then what made it even weirder was when the shit ended up shifting over to Gun Gale and the shit was still called sword art.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, in a game of guns, the sword is the best weapon ever.
Yeah, and that's also the other thing that kind of pissed me off about Gun Gale Online is that you can still, like, I went into a PvP match and I had a sword one time and fucking murdered everyone in that match.
Ugh.
It was disgusting. And out of that, I got a fucking pistol sword. I got a fucking pistol sword weapon. Oh, and don't even get me started on how retarded this shit is. Apparently, You can have both a sword and a pistol equipped, but you can't use them both at the same time. In order to use both a pistol and sword at the same time, it has to be its own singular weapon.
Wait, what?
Like, no. In any other case, in any other traditional RPG, if you were able to dual wield a pistol and a sword, you could keep
both.
you could keep those things attached in different hands, right?
Yeah.
But in fucking Fatal Bullet, here's how stupid this shit is. Sword pistol combo fighting is considered as one item. So you can have a sword and a sword plus pistol. Or you can have a pistol with a pistol plus sword, with a pistol plus pistol and sword. You hear what I'm saying? They count the pistol sword combo as one item.
Okay, so rather than make this interesting and combining and usually be able to use both, you just use one or the other. Okay, that's fantastic. That's fucking dumb.
And again, like I said, the worst part about the whole thing is that Gun Gale is still the best Sword Art online game that exists.
And it's not even a game from the first Sword Art series. A fucking man.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm starting, I am losing my faith in these anime games. Like, I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at, I was looking at My Hero Academia 1's Justice, and the problem with that is that the only thing I'm seeing while I'm looking at this is just, bruh, this is just Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Yep, that's what I heard that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, okay, so it's Naruto Ninja Storm.
It's like, of course, I still want to get it because I do support My Hero Academia, and I've been wanting to get One Piece Burning Blood.
Mm-hmm.
To see if I can actually use that to catch up with where the fuck the series kinda is. Because apparently we done shifted over to this whole thing, and now it's just, it's Sanji versus Luffy for whatever the fuck reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody's like, why don't you try catching up? Like, why don't you try catching up on One Piece?
Man,
Bitch,
it's
do you
like
not
the
see that
800
episode?
episodes. Bitch, I got
dude,
things to do.
It's like I would literally have to be watching this at all hours of the day for probably at least a year before I would even be anywhere close to catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at this point, it's just easy for me to read the fucking Spark Notes versions of each of the seasons.
That's probably the best thing to do. 'Cause God forbid, fuck if I'll ever have the time for all that shit.
And you know what? And see, the funniest thing is that I'm thinking about the subject of how I got a thing against anime games. A lot of my friends was talking about, oh, I'm going to get that new Seven Deadly Sins game. I'm like, bro, don't do it. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Nah, I'm going to get it. Fucking got it. What the fuck happened? Played that bitch for about a week. Played that bitch for about 3 days. I already finished it. Ain't nothing else to do. Nigga, what did I just tell your ass?
Well, think about it. That's the bigger issue with the games is that they have repetitive gameplay and they don't really go much of anywhere with their story. It's because the story it's based off hasn't ended usually.
Yeah, and and see, the only anime game that I've actually played that I really enjoy playing is Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm. That's because it's probably the most unique Muso game you'll ever find.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But the other thing is, like, the reason why the first one was so interesting to me is because they actually took more of the materials from the manga than just the series, so it went further than the series. And I have not finished Attack on Titan 2, so I don't know if that does the same thing. I'm really hoping that it does, but
and before it ends at the exact same point as the fucking Attack on Titan 1.
But see that's kind of the other thing that gets on my nerves about it, because it takes you back through the entire, it takes you back through the story of Attack on Titan, like the entire way through from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I was there during the live stream.
I will say the positive part about that is the fact that you do have your own custom characters, so it's not like, oh, let's follow these characters through their story, blah blah blah.
It's a small concession, but a concession nonetheless.
Although it was hilarious at the fact that you were being like, this motherfucker, like, is this the only motherfucker that doesn't have to wear the same uniform as the rest of us?
What makes this
It's
candy ass so special?
You're like, hey, that's gonna end up being one of your superiors in the future. Shut the fuck up. How the fuck do you know that? Because I'm not wearing the same jacket as you, dickhead.
How do you know that, sir? Easy, kid. We're playing a game called Spot the Protagonist.
That shit kills me.
And spoiler warning, it's not you. Aww.
Dude, I feel like that needs to be a bit that we need to go over when I make one of these voiceover videos.
Oh, I'm adding that to one of the It's Any games we develop, that's for damn sure.
Dude, that reminds me of that one bit. That reminds me of that one bit in that one episode of Power Rangers. How do we know what to attack? How do we know what to attack? Attack anything that isn't a primary color. I'm not gonna lie, that joke killed me. Almost as bad as that accident joke in Powerpuff Girls. I would never get over that.
It's okay, Professor. I was an accident too. How the fuck do you tell your kid that?
Why, just how the fuck do you tell your kid that? Why the fuck should they know that? I'm like, wait, that's the thing about herself that she remembers. I was an accident too.
Okay then. It's like, oh Jesus fuck.
At that point, you just had that sweat dripping down your face. It's like, oh god, where's the chill? I can't find it.
Powerpuff Girls has no chill, or had no chill. I don't know. That's it. The new series got canceled, right?
I don't know. I have not, dude. I have not watched TV in months.
Neither have I. I'm just asking because I haven't heard shit about it. All I've been hearing is about this new Steven Universe stuff.
And I feel like that's definitely a video that we need to leave for another time, because Jesus Christ, the amount of time that we would spend talking about that.
The time you would spend. I've never seen a single episode of Steven Universe.
Jesus Christ. I'm like, dude, for me to explain all of this and then get to the point that everyone's talking about would literally make everything that I just explained sound stupid as fuck.
So when you get to the end. Alright, so does it make sense? Matt, this is fucking stupid.
I'm like, no. The thing is that I expected the ending, first off. I expected everything that led up to this point. But the problem is that in explaining this, I'm just gonna make everything that happened up to the point of this reveal become completely useless. All of it happened for no reason. It didn't even need to exist.
Whoop.
That's the problem. It just kind of makes everything that has happened up to that point pointless.
I figure from everything I've read about it.
It's so weird. I spend 16 hours a day running a company. You spend 16 hours a day playing video games. Reggie with the heat.
Man, Reggie has no chill. That's how he deals with Shigeru Miyamoto.
Nah. You know what? I'm gonna be that guy right now and say that I don't particularly remember who the hell that is.
The creator of Mario, Zelda, Star Fox.
Ah.
Matt, go home. You're drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. After a while, I kind of lost track on who was who.
Yeah, fair enough. Just remember, Iwata helped make Pokemon, and Shigeru Miyamoto made everything else. More or less.
Well, as far as I know, actually, Iwata deserves a little bit more credit than that, seeing as how he actually sat down and put personal hours in the program in everyone's favorite party game. You know, Smash Brothers Melee.
Sure enough. Wasn't that... I forget the guy's name from HAL that really smashed.
Masahiro Sakurai.
There we go. Because if I remember correctly, I think Iwata was actually the president of HAL before he became the president of Nintendo. Yeah, okay. He created Balloon Fight, Earthbound, and the Kirby games. And then he became the president of Nintendo. What a step up. He made his company and then took over another company.
Hey, you gotta admit, the dude was the shit.
Hell yeah. God bless his soul.
Oh yeah, my dude, I actually found this really bizarre app while I was going through the App Store the other day. Apparently now you can make 3D objects and you can make basically 3D body models and transfer those into 2G into a 2D I think what JPEG or PNG files or some shit like that.
Huh, we talking like those weird ads that you get on Facebook where it's like, oh, animate yourself.
Nah, no, it's not that. I don't know how to describe it. I'll have to send it to you later.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just take your time. And that's the second to you on everyone. Okay. But I actually have two more articles of news to share because actually really good news for the game community. Microsoft released this new adaptive controller for the Xbox One, so people with that are movement impaired can play games however they want.
Hey, big ups to Microsoft. That's pretty damn good.
Hell yeah. Say what people can say what they want about Microsoft, but at least with this they can say that they care about their players.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any. You know what? I've seen a couple stories about PlayStation doing the same thing, but I really have not seen anything super significant.
Nothing like this, I imagine, because making a fully customizable gaming system is something you don't really see except on PC. So probably because there's a lot of different bonus things you can attach to it. So yeah, you can play however you want. And lastly, we've got some news for Kingdom Hearts 3 is that it's probably getting a release date sometime next month, which it's probably going to get delayed anyway, so,
I don't know. I got a little bit of faith in them. I got a bit of faith in them this time.
Matt, that's the drugs talking.
Well, I mean, because from everything that I've seen in Kingdom Hearts, like at this point, if they were going to delay the game again, they would have already did that.
I just said that because it's Square and how much money they try to put into their games. Because for some reason they love to put way more money than it's actually needed to make their products.
Well, I mean, if they dedicated to the quality, I wouldn't see why not.
Oh, there's dedication to the quality, and then there's putting money onto and then there's drowning. Then there's putting too much money that you can't make back unless you sell 20 million.
True.
Which is basically what happened with E.T. If anybody remembers that game.
You mean the one game that they found a shitload of in a landfill dump?
Exactly. Dude, a part of me actually does want to go down there and dig up copies of E.T.
Cause that one was just I don't know how the fuck did anyone not realize that.
It's funny because when you have the data and it's like, dude, we're gonna make a game so good, they're gonna buy it twice. Why? Kind of retarded. retarded plan is this? Oh, this. Oh, but there's actually some other interesting thing is that Neo Geo, SNK is releasing the Neo Geo Mini arcade cabinets. It's a minor thing, but it's interesting.
Now you say mini, like how many are we talking?
I'm talking about the size of the Super Nintendo Mini, if anything.
No, okay.
Yeah, but it's a little arcade cabinet. It's gonna come with 40 games, and you can all play your super flashy SNK video games. Oh yeah!
Wait, SNK had video games?
To be fair, most of their games are fucking arcade ports to an arcade game console that nobody fucking had. Because I think, if I remember correctly, the Neo Geo was like $600 back then.
Damn, $600, bitch! You posted modern prices back in the day. That shit does not work.
Geo game is with inflation. Yeah, the original price of the Neo Geo was $650.
And what would that be today?
With inflation. So this fucking article loads. That would be $1,100.47. I mean,
fuck that.
$1,148.
Nuh-uh. I'm sorry, but no. Absolutely not.
Oh, but Matt, don't you want arcade perfect ports on the home console?
Just no. No. That does not work. That does not work.
Now let me find what the games cost, because I think the games were also expensive, because they basically had to shrink down the arcade machines into the cartridges. It wouldn't surprise me if the games are like $100 each. But yeah, if you want, you can get the Neo Geo Mini, so you don't have to go hunting Milt for thousands of dollars of ancient Neo Geo games.
All right. But see, that's the whole thing. though. I have anything older than a GameCube, like anything older than a Nintendo 64 and a PlayStation, I have no interest in.
Sure enough, and the PlayStation is the easiest thing to emulate it too, in case they never release a PS1 Mini. Okay, and the Neo Geo cartridges costed anywhere between $100 and $300. Don't vomit now.
No. Oh God. Fuck. I was taking a sip of water the second you said that. That shit almost flew out my nose. Fucking $100 to $300 for a fucking cartridge. No wonder SNK went under.
I don't believe they went under, because I think they're the guys that make the King of Fighter games, but they sure as hell were making consoles after that.
They made the King of Fighters games, but who the fuck do you hear talking about King of Fighters all that much?
Yeah, exactly, they don't make much. They released a new King of Fighters earlier this year. Yeah, after more than half a decade.
And then wait, the worst part was that when they had originally launched that, everybody was complaining that it looked like a PS2 game and all this other shit about it, and then they had to slowly patch the shit out of that game before people would stop complaining about it.
Yep. So it's amazing how the company's still around somehow. Yeah,
And you know what? Speaking of which, just the other day, I actually bought SNK versus Capcom versus SNK.
Dude, I love 2 on the Xbox. That was a really fun fighting game.
I have the second. I have the second one, and of course, you know the very specific reason why. The fucking, just the fucking soundtrack on the London stage. And I
Okay.
tried playing that game again. I'm like, dude, this game is aged like fucking milk.
Damn.
Like compared to, like, dude, okay, Street Fighter 3 came out like what 1997, right? That game
Yeah.
came out in 2001, and I can still play Street Fighter 3 far easier than I can play as Capcom versus SNK.
Ooh. Ooh, and I was really hoping to pick a copy of that up. Ooh.
Like, dude, some of the character special move input. Like, dude, one character, I believe her name is Artemis, something like that. I keep forgetting her name. She's an SNK character that uses a bunch of psychic related moves, right? Bruh, the inputs for her move sets are so fucking weird because she has one super move that only works while you are in air, and it is a half circle forward motion.
While in midair.
Yes, while in midair, fam.
Ooh, that does not sound.
Let's see. I forget the character's name. It's the one that's usually when, it's the Sakura clone of the SNK games. I cannot remember her name anymore. But essentially, I think, basically, look, the only thing I'm sure of is that this chick be launching rename the Dukins and shit. Anyway. She's the one female character in the game that I know that has a special move that looks like fucking Liu Kang's bicycle kick. But that's about as specific as I can get. But anyway, one of her moves involves a quarter circle a half circle forward, diagonal forward, down, straight forward motion, all at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but it has to be one fluid motion in order for the fucking special to fire off. Otherwise, you're just gonna be throwing an upper.
Ugh.
And I'm just sitting here looking at it like, bruh, these game controls like ass. It's so bad. Like, the only reason why I was excited to get that damn game was just the soundtrack on the London stage. That's it.
Yeah, I remember now. SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos, the first SNK game versus Capcom, was on a fucking episode of Saturday morning Scrub Lords on the Two Best Friends Play.
And dude, that's the part that disappointed me the most. Cause I was expecting I was like, dude, I somehow remember just playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I thought that's what I thought I was gonna get with Marvel vs. SNK, and especially with Street Fighter 3 having come out years prior to that game releasing. I'm figuring, all right, this is gonna be like, dude, this is gonna be great, this is gonna be epic, blah blah blah. And then I played the game like, bruh, I can't throw out a combo for shit.
Ooh.
Like, it felt like going all the way back to the original Street Fighter.
Ooh.
Not the arcade, not the super stupid arcade version in which, getting hit one time shaves off half your bar. But I'm talking about like the first Street Fighter game before combos even existed.
So Street Fighter 1 on the goddamn Streets of Fighting, I believe it was called. Or Fighting Street.
I guess I'm talking about like maybe Street Fighter 2 is about the closest thing to it.
Okay.
When when the best way to deal damage was just a bunch of singular moves.
Nah.
And it was terrible.
The dark days.
It was so disappointing. And especially with the fact that you know, the original Marvel vs. Capcom came out before that game did, and Street Fighter 3 came out before that game did, and you know, all the games are playing like straight up, and that game is playing like straight up doo doo. I'm just,
Yep,
it
2003
was
as opposed to Street Fighter 3's 1997 release.
exactly. You see exactly what I mean. It's that disappointing. It makes no fucking sense to me.
Ooh, yeah, and Capcom versus Marvel vs. Capcom released 1 year later in 1998. Well, that's one game we're never gonna play on a fighting channel unless we do something like Saturday Morning Scrub Lords.
Yeah, like seriously, dude, them's fighting herds plays better.
Oh yeah, because that's in the modern day of fighting games, where everybody knows what the hell they're doing.
I'm like, hell, dude. Matter of fact, fuck that. Even dive kick plays better.
Holy shit. Holy moly.
And I feel like that says something when your fighting game doesn't play as good as a game that is literally just two buttons.
That's a damn shame. And they released that shit for full price. God damn it, Capcom.
You know what? Nah, I'm kind of believing that was SNK more than Capcom.
Well, they both had a hand in making it.
True, but that feels but see, the problem with it is that if that was really a Capcom game, it probably would have played a little bit more like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, and it plays like neither one of those. It feels more like an SNK type game.
Ooh.
And it, like, when I say it is pervasive, it is noticeable as hell.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can find some information on why it's like total ass.
And I'm like, nah, man, the soundtrack, and see, that's the thing, though. The soundtrack was fantastic. They had a healthy number of characters. But it's just, no. I tried, I really did, but it just didn't work. And then I got sad. Then I passed out in the snow.
Wait a minute. Fucking Capcom vs. SNK Chaos, whatever, was released after Capcom vs. SNK 2, and it plays worse. What the fuck happened there?
Again, that sound like that was SNK more than Capcom.
It's like, I thought, okay, well, then clearly Capcom had SNK vs. Capcom 2 had to come out after. No, this came before. What the fuck? And fucking SVC Chaos has less characters than SNK vs. Capcom 2. What the fuck happened here?
Again, that sounds more like that was SNK more than Capcom.
What the fuck?
Because if anything, Capcom has showed me that they can work with damn near anybody. I'd love to see Capcom versus Sony or some shit like that, or God forbid, Capcom versus Nintendo.
Capcom versus Smash Bros. Well,
I mean,
that's technically already Smash 4 with Ryu.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we could include a lot more Capcom characters and have them fighting specifically Nintendo characters. that could work.
Hell yeah. Okay, the character you were thinking of earlier, the Sakura clone, is Yuri Sakazaki, I think.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I just remembered, like, I still remember watching the fucking Nintendo Direct, and they had their fucking thing for SNK heroines. Dude, the difference in marketing between the US and Japan is hilarious.
I saw that and it's like, holy shit, Nintendo, just admit this is a game to play one-handed.
Exactly. Like, dude, the Japanese version of the game is like, hey, make them half naked, do your thing, bro.
Shake them titties, shake that booty.
The
We know
American
what you're
version
here
is
for.
like the American version of the game is like, hey, it's this super deep, complex fighting game. No, no.
Meanwhile, here's Leon in a skimpy bikini and cat costume. Totally serious, we promise.
Bruh, I will, dude. That bit just killed me. I couldn't. Oh, bruh. I have never actually hit the floor laughing at anything, but at that point in time, I legitimately died. I hit the floor. I've never laughed that hard. Or if I have, I did it on very rare occasion.
I'm looking at Google Images of the versus screens, and I love the fact that all the girls are nervous and blushing, except for the soldier Leona. She just
Nah.
looks bored out of her fucking mind.
But again, that's the difference in the marketing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's like trying to sell Dead or Alive 5 as a super complex fighting game while you have jiggle physics going off in the background.
It was like, yeah, the jiggle physics are permanently set to Dead or Alive.
Oh my god. Which is weird since Nintendo has had games like Senran Kagura on their consoles.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, to be fair, the only Samurai, like, I've only ever seen one Samurai Kagura game, and it really didn't have that much in it.
Fair enough. I'm trying to find others.
But now, let's talk about that dark period when Nintendo had fucking Conception Children of the Seven Stars on 3DS.
Holy shit.
I'm like, dude, I have never seen a game that had that much explicit fucking in it. I'm like, the whole point of the game is for you to basically soul smash these chicks just to make kids with them. As many as possible.
And then to send them off to war. And this is some fucked up messages you're sending here.
I'm like, dude, it did not bother me in the slightest that it was on a Vita, but the fact that it was on a Nintendo console, I'm like, Are we sure this is the thing we want?
You know, for kids. Hey, Nintendo console owners, make sure to fuck your girl and then make sure you send off your kids to battle. It's the American thing to do. It's like, wait a minute.
I'm like, dude, I feel like this is a fantastic time to bring up Donald Glover's "This Is America" video, but again, that's another video to save for another time.
Right.
Although I will admit, though, it is hilarious how much the internet takes nothing seriously. Do you know how many times I've already seen that song remixed with fucking pumped up kicks?
Hell, I've already seen like hundreds of goddamn variations of that. Captain America, so you wanted to blank.
But when you know somebody, I know somebody. Oh yeah, speaking of which, did you get the chance to see Infinity War yet?
Nope, I've not seen a single Marvel movie outside of goddamn Iron Man 1.
How did I know you were gonna say that too?
Cause you know me.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty dope movie, but I ain't gonna talk nothing about it. The only thing I'm saying is he's a friend from work, and no, two things. One, I don't feel good, Mr. Stark.
And yeah, I've seen that meme floating around too.
Second one it is, no, I don't want to go. I swear to you, I feel like Tom Holland pulled the fucking Doctor Who on that one. That is the first, that was the first thing I thought of when he spouted that lamp. But anyway, let's get back to something else entertaining, shall we?
Ooh, well, I got no other topics to cover. Nothing else is really going on.
Oh yeah, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we mentioned this at the start of the video with me. Well, actually, I don't know if we actually mentioned this at all in the video, but with me getting this new job, I'm finally gonna be able to have a regular stream schedule now.
Oh yeah, this was what you wanted to bring up in the Facebook post. Hold on, the group chat. I mean.
Yeah, the best part, probably the best part about getting this new job is the fact that I am just gonna have a regular set schedule now, and with that, not only am I gonna be able to stream on a regular basis, but I'm also gonna be able to work on videos on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't really feel that much. I didn't really feel all too interested in making videos, especially while I was at Jules, because my schedule was so hectic and chaotic that I didn't have it I didn't have it at regular intervals.
Yeah, and we only recently had gotten actual, schedules of when you'd actually be working or wouldn't be working.
Yeah, but now it's just from this point on, once I get this new job, it's just like I'm either gonna be at work at 10 o'clock or 10:30. It's just in between one of those. It's in between one of those times. 10 o'clock, 10:30, or 11 o'clock. It's somewhere in between there. And now that I have that, and I have definite Saturdays and Sundays off, dude, this is gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Which means we'll finally be able to get to that Persona playthroughs.
Oh yeah, because the first thing I can see the first thing that I was planning on streaming. I'm just gonna call this one "Return to the Wild."
Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption, baby.
No, I was thinking Breath of the Wild, actually.
Shut up! Don't let him. No, guys, don't listen. He's joking. Hush.
Although I am planning on doing something with Red Dead Redemption 2 when that drops. So look forward to that.
Yay.
Anyone who actually watches these videos.
All one of them. Like, what's up?
Hi, Billy Ray.
Oh yeah, that meme actually meant anywhere.
Oh my god.
It's still funny that our most view videos the goddamn Sekiro, and I'm pretty sure only people who watched that was because, oh, hentai. Wait a minute, this is hentai. There's just some fat nerds talking. Well, fuck you too.
Wait, that's legitimately our most watched video now?
Oh yeah, it's, let's see, most popular. It's still... Anime Hour, Sekiro with 828 views.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. People actually watch that.
I think for like 2 seconds, and then they clicked out when they realized they weren't going to be anime titties.
Shit. We still got it 800 times, though.
True enough. Our second most viewed video was Anime Hour Danmachi at 118. What a goddamn difference that is.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear about Don Machi getting that season 2?
Oh yeah, fantastic. We get to watch MC overpowered main character the anime do more overpowered anime stuff. Fantastic.
I'm like, really? See, here's the thing. I don't really see him as being all that overpowered. Considering he was getting the shit kicked out of himself in the beginning of the fucking show, and only started getting better after he got a certain set of gear.
Not true enough. I think more. I just feel that way because he got such a massive boost just because he wanted to get his dick wet.
Technically, does that make him overpowered, or does that just make him a real nigga?
Well, considering that he got an ability that doubled or tripled his EXP gains somehow.
True. Yeah, true.
Like
the whole parallax freeze bullshit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you ever seen the YouTube series How to Be an Adventurer?
No, I have not. Why does it sound like something Guy could?
Like, dude, that legitimately seems like the sort of thing that you and I could have made in a few days. Like, hey. Legit, I still want to keep working on Bloodborne Abridged, but one, I still need the editing software for that.
I mean, I'm here. I don't do any other editing besides for the channel and myself, so.
But again, I don't want to keep taking up all of your time with,
I don't do
just my
anything.
personal stuff.
I don't do anything else. So my latest project has been thumbnails and a review that I should have gotten done months ago. Believe me, I'm not gaining or I'm not losing any work.
And you know what? Hopefully, well, no, you know what? I was gonna bring something else up, but I think this is just something we're gonna leave off. Off mic for now.
If you want, I can edit it out. It's no big deal.
Nah, because you don't want to keep editing out a podcast.
Trust me, I sit through all the videos we do just to make sure we don't say anything stupid. It's no big deal.
It was like, oh no, because I was still thinking about it. Once I got my wheels up and everything else, start making some Game Grumps-esque type videos. We're actually good at video games.
Perish the thought, Matt. How are we supposed to rake in millions of dollars off of gullible kids with their mom's credit card?
Hey, what's your crazy Dr. Seuss dress? The 6 numbers on the front of you, the fucking 8 numbers on the front of your card, the 3 numbers on the back, and the expiration month/year.
It's perfectly legal, I swear. No, kids, you won't get in trouble for it.
What's your crazy Chick-fil-A roll name?
And remember, kids, give us your social security number for live streaming purposes.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just happy that we'll finally be able to record playthroughs together again, because we haven't done that since fucking high school.
Yeah, what was the last thing that we actually did was Tohovania, wasn't it? Or at least as a group, that was the last thing we did.
We have to go back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to Button Mash. No, I think we tried to do Devil May Cry 1 and then we just stopped.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think the problem there was that it was too many of us that weren't exactly familiar with the entire story about everything that was going on.
Yeah, I picked
the last
Tohovania. No one play Toho besides me, so that was a bad pick.
Like I just didn't know anything about the damn story. That was like the first time I'd ever heard of Tohovania.
Yeah. Okay, the very last thing we did was Town of Salem. Holy shit.
Wow. There's a definite throwback.
Yep. We did Town of Salem, Devil May Cry. We were also doing Moemon at the time, but we kind of canceled that 6 episodes in too.
True. Yeah, I do feel like, and you know what? See, the weirdest thing is, I do love everybody else, but I think this would probably work better if you and me were just doing a Game Grumps type of thing, and everybody else was just kind of guest stars. Because, I mean, to be real with you, the only reason why we weren't doing this on the radio is because I couldn't be consistent.
And I was anal as fuck about everybody being involved.
Yeah. And the thing about this is that it just makes a good time if
It's just the people that actually know and care about the project.
Yeah. It seems like you and me are the only ones that are really, passionate and consistent on this whole thing. And I love the others, but, I mean, AJ, we already busted his ass for being, and do you know he is still, you know what?
Anthony is also still online, so I'm sure he's still playing with AJ.
I don't know for sure that this is AJ that's on this Xbox. It might be his brother, but one of them two bastards should have been on here with us.
I don't know, man. Anthony's also online. I'm pretty sure it's the two of them.
You know what? See, I don't see him online. Wait.
He's online on Skype, and that doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen at all.
So somebody doing some shady shit.
Fuck you guys. Bastards. I'll make my own channel with blackjack and hookers.
You have to bet it all on 23.
Hey man, I ain't got a gambling problem.
Oh God. But yeah, dude. Once I get this new position and I have the regular schedule set up, dude, it is going to be great. And you know what? I figured out it really is better for it really is better for me to start throwing in voice content post game, because trying to do it while I'm playing is going to work out horribly unless I'm playing it with somebody else and we are cracking jokes the entire way through. Because otherwise, I'm just going to be way too focused on the game.
Kind of like your live stream with me.
Yeah, but you know what? See, the problem there was that no one else was saying anything.
It didn't help that I was dropping constantly, so I couldn't really say shit. If I couldn't even see if anyone was commentating.
It was like, nah, dude, because I had okay, the thing about whenever I stream on Twitch is that I always have my phone open too, because that chat updates a lot faster than it will whenever I'm on my PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like a 30 to 40-second delay, I think.
Yeah, it is going to be a solid minute before if somebody actually texts anything, if anybody actually writes anything in, before I will actually see it. And that still kind of gets on my nerves because I have the beta option set to remove that long ass lag, but it still never works. But
excuse me.
That's no problem. But yeah. So I always end up keeping Twitch open on my phone as well, just so I can make sure that, I'm able to see who's coming in, who's coming out, and any messages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, bruh.
Silence.
I'm just at this point, I'm just really hoping that with me having a regular, consistent schedule now, I'll finally be able to pick up some fucking followers. Because it seemed to me like I would have gotten at least maybe one or two people that we didn't know actually watching the channel, and especially right after I had gotten Far Cry 5, the day it came out, and I was already midway through the game, and I've been live streaming all day that day, and I was getting nothing, especially God of War.
Sure, that's it was only one other person. No, I don't think it was anyone else while we were doing that.
No, it was one other person that was in there, and after that it was nothing. I feel like, dude, I should have had at least maybe one or two more people in there. Something doesn't seem right.
It just sucks being a small time, fucking minimal at times YouTuber. So.
And that's the other thing that kind of gets on my nerves. I feel like there's a lot more I feel like there's a couple big YouTubers that should be willing to give the small man the shout out from time to time.
That might be nice.
I'm like, nah, man, because there's a whole bunch of people talking about oh, I love how creative and everything everybody is, but fam, you ain't trying to get nobody no sort of publicity. You ain't trying to help the smaller channels. I feel like if you did that, it will make YouTube a bit of a stronger community.
Yeah, YouTube is a weak community.
And I feel like it will kind of force YouTube to reevaluate itself and move it more towards, we gonna promote the creative aspect of YouTube before the business aspect.
Yeah, this actually reminded me of this one channel that subscribed to either my old ad channel or my current one, and it's like, hey, I hold a little tournament using a Gundam PSP game, and if the characters you pick win, I feature you on the channel for a week or two.
But yeah, I feel like that should be more of a thing.
That would be great for helping out the smaller guys. Whether or not they actually go through with it is the actual question.
Yeah, because if I'm still remembering the story time, I'm still remembering the story time correctly. That I'm pretty sure I'd have mentioned the Black Hokage on this channel enough times to be familiar at this point. It was a part of one channel that was in charge of looking up that was basically, exposing new YouTubers and getting, their faces recognized and whatnot. And apparently that channel didn't even post any of the content he suggested. Instead, they were just doing straight up Minecraft videos and shit like that.
Rip. Minecraft episode 352, 351.
Wait, which one we talk? Wait, what we talking about here?
I don't know, I'm just making a joke that Minecraft plays go on forever.
True. I'm still like, I understand that Minecraft is a very popular game, but how has the interest in it not waned over this long?
Yeah, probably through all the mods and stuff like that.
I suppose.
That and because little kids like Legos, and what else is better than a video game about Legos?
Legos.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. I remember it was Panda Card, and well, that guy disappeared 2 years ago. So.
Mm. But anyway, yeah, it's just now I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen now with this whole YouTube and thing. This whole YouTube and Twitch streaming thing. Now that I had this regular schedule, I feel like this is gonna put us back into a much better, much more comfortable place.
Yeah, and if anything, my art constantly getting better will at least attract people who's like, oh, hey, this is some interesting art I've seen. Let's go check it out. And if we get better at commentating, boom.
And you know what? From now, like, I finally figured out what I need, what the best idea to do is when it comes to Twitch streaming. Like, from now on, at this point, if I'm gonna be throwing a stream, I'm gonna have Skype open so I could the two of us can be talking while we're playing the game at the same time. Cause it probably just work a little bit better if live commentary and whatnot.
True that.
Looks like you got a baby penis.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not reveal everyone's secrets now. Come on, man.
God.
And it's concave for your information.
You're growing, not a show, huh?
I'm a fighter, not a lover, but I'm not good at either anyway.
Hey girl, do you want good sex? No.
Well, me neither.
Well, I'm like, no. Well, you came to the right guy.
Oh man, I gotta hit him with my best pickup lines. Hey, baby, wanna kill all humans? Of course, the mace to my face usually is kind of a bone. It's not a good thing, but I take what I can get.
It's a bit of a boner killer. You know what the worst part is? That immediately reminds me of that fucking Andre from Prison School.
I'm not that masochistic.
Oh god, that is just terrible.
Oh man, it's the best. Ugh.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of tapped on topics this time.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Oh, no, actually, there's one last topic I found that came out a few hours ago, well, before we started. It was that Capcom was kind of, sort of releasing Resident Evil 7 for the Switch.
Resident Evil 7 for the Switch.
Except there's shit. I closed out the page a while ago. Fuck. Where I go? Basically, you can download a program for the Switch that lets you stream it from their servers, but only for 15 minutes, and then you pay. It's only in Japan right now, but then you pay 2,000 yen ticket to rent it for 180 days.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, that's what everyone is basically saying. because you're streaming it on the Switch, who I don't think it doesn't have an official Ethernet cable yet either, so that's gonna run like ass.
Yeah, most definitely.
And they haven't said any of the specifics on how it's gonna be downgraded or if it's gonna try to keep the same graphical intensity as the game it is right now. So God forbid that's just gonna run like fucking 15 frames a second.
The fucking slideshow or something.
hmm That's not even recommending if it doesn't actually have if you have a shitty internet connection.
Oh god, in that case, I don't even want to think about how that would look.
We're fucking running PAL, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, baby. 12 frames a second.
It probably ends like, dude, like, no, at that point it's gonna end up looking like what am I thinking of here? Oh yeah, Batman on PC.
Textures missing, there's holes in the roof, rain's falling in, and we're just stuck in place moving back and forth.
What are we? Browsers. What do we want? Fast connections. When do we want it? Browsers.
This just sounds like a whole bad idea coming very, very horribly. But on the pseudo bright side, you get all the DLC with it, so I mean, if you want to run it like ass, you can.
Oh yeah, true. But I don't know, because I get the feeling that it's going to end up turning into another one of those situations where people start bitch moaning and complaining about the superior way to play the game instead of, I know exactly what the fuck it is I'm getting into, so shut the hell up. But either way it goes, I completely forgot about this. Hyrule Warriors is a thing again.
Oh yeah, it got re-released for the Switch.
12.9 gigabytes at... Oh yeah, and here's something else. I don't know if I ever brought this up, dude. Do you know they actually charge tax in the fucking Nintendo store?
Yeah, I heard about that. They do. That's a bit odd. Because I know there's a sales tax on like, I'm used to sales tax on games for like Steam, but that seems kind of odd for something like Nintendo. When they're charging you for that online service, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like either you guys are charging the tax in order to keep the service free for now, or somebody's getting ready to have a goddamn issue because I don't have to pay tax on PlayStation or Xbox. But I mean, if that's the case, then I may as well just go out and get a physical copy of the game.
Yeah. It's so odd to see.
But anyway, yeah, you know what? I think I found my next set of stream material though.
Oh yeah, Senran Kagura Hentai the video game.
Shut the fuck up.
No, yeah, it's gonna be the Senran Kagura dating sim for the Switch whenever that gets released.
No, that shit exists.
Have you not seen the trailers for that?
Oh no,
Dude, it's like a dating sim where you're actually like giving the main girl a massage. Like you're rubbing you're tapping her thighs with the Switch.
Wait, no, that part I did. Like that part I did see, but I didn't know that it was supposed to be a dating sim.
Yeah, it's a dating sim, at least if I remember correctly.
Because I mean, if that
yeah, Senran Kagura Reflections with an X.
I'm not reflecting on a damn thing.
Yeah, it's coming in the summer of this year actually, so you can now get up close and physical with your waifu.
I get the feeling that there's gonna be way too many motherfuckers going after Kafuru and Mirai.
Well,
and I think it's most likely fair that you don't know who those characters are. Let me just say jailbait.
okay, so the lolly, so that's basically typical of every Japanese game.
I'm almost scared to look this shit up right now.
Although, from what I'm seeing of screenshots, it looks like it's only the one girl in this version of in this game. With my thoughts being that there might be DLC for other girls in the Senran Kagura series, because I know there's a fuck ton of them.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't know about that. Mm. Senran Kagura Reflections. A romance adventure game about marvelous entertainment and Honey Parade. For Nintendo Switch, they use HD Rumble. Okay, let's see. At first, it'll only feature Asuka, although Takaki has plans to eventually incorporate additional characters. Asuka in the base game, Yumi's DLC, Murasaki, and Royona. Okay. So apparently you get to date all the rest. You get to date all the rest of these weirdos.
You get bland vanilla girl, and then you get the weirdos.
I'm like, nah, fam. If you want, like, Oscar is just basic. Yumi is just like, nigga. If you do anything more, she's just gonna kick you straight in the balls. Murasaki, she's the creepy young. She's the kind of creep girl. The one that likes to prefer that stays super silent, prefers not to do anything. And Royona is just like the hyper pervert.
So Murasaki's the fucking hex maniac from Pokemon, is what you're telling me.
Like, no, I mean, think of like Nora if Nora was a pervert.
Okay.
Like, I mean, extremely energetic and just perverse as all fuck.
Oh, this is the angel bitch. I think I've seen.
Yes.
What's the difference between me and a mosquito? Mosquito will stop sucking after you slap it.
Exactly.
Okay, then. That says everything.
Oh my god. Wait, what the fuck are you looking at?
Google images. Senran Kagura Riona. Fifth image. My bad. No, yeah. Fifth image is that. Like, what's the difference between a mosquito and a me? Okay, now let's see Murasaki, because... Yeah, that's... Okay, she looks like the Hex Maniac from Pokemon. That's accurate. And she uses hair,
Like, dude,
hair as a weapon. Is she fucking Shantae?
She looks like, dude, she looks like that fucking ghost bitch from X and Y.
Yeah, the Hex Maniac.
Matter of fact, what the fuck was the story behind that one?
I don't think that's ever gone anywhere.
Like, that shit legitimately freaked me out the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I don't think that plot point ever went anywhere, but that's the thing with Pokemon games, that the creepy ghost stories don't really go anywhere. And honestly, that shit's kind of... The Pokemon games are fucked up, man. Yeah, a year later in 2014, and the X and Y mystery still never went anywhere.
That is true. This is probably the most accurate statement I've ever seen.
Now, let's see the third girl who you meet. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Oh shit, dude, she looks like fucking Ryogi Shiki, who fucking from Type Moon, best girl. Shit, now I can't get this out of my head.
Who? Wait, who are we talking about now?
Yumi, she looks like a Ryogi Shiki from Type Moon. I'll send you a picture.
Yogi Shiki. Oh, Saber.
No,
Wait.
Assassin.
Yep. Yeah, no, yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
And Oscar's just straight up vanilla yogurt.
As bland as it can get. But it's still delicious.
I don't know how I feel about the fact that I actually do want to play this shit.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, and you know what? See, the weirdest thing was, I still remember for a little while I was super into Dead or Alive, and I was like, and nope, not even worth playing anymore.
Because you found something better.
Matter of fact, I'm believing I should play the Senran Kagura games on the fucking channel.
You're trying to get us demonetized before we even get monetized again.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
We just got you back. Oh, I have the perfect little outro for this episode with that. Believe you me.
Wish it would be
The end of the first Metal Alchemist movie, where Edward is going back to our world, and Al's yelling at him not to go. I'm just gonna put my head over Al and your head over Ed. And the blimp is gonna say YouTube monetization on the side.
No, if that's the case, that needs to be the freaking thumbnail.
It's gonna be both. I'm a goddamn genius.
Oh god, that is hilarious. Shit. But yeah, with that, I think we've hit a good stopping point.
Oh yeah, because there's nothing's gonna beat that. I'm gonna download that clip right now so I can do that for later.
Oh god. Oh, I just thought of something.
Well, get it out of your system now.
Like, nah, man, because like, no, it involves a certain series kind that's I'm gonna call it's the sister series to Senran Kagura.
So this one's with boys with fucking jiggle physics on their dicks.
No. Oh fuck, no, do not put that shit in my head. No. I cannot remember what the fuck it was called. Basically, these lesbian chicks fuck each other to turn each other to weapons. I can't remember the name of it at all.
Wait, what the fuck?
I'm not kidding. Valkyrie Drive, there we go.
What the fuck is this shit?
I'm not kidding, bro. These chicks have to molest each other in order to turn into weapons.
When Soul Eater goes H.
Like, fam, that's solely the gone triple X.
Triple X parody. Instead of when the weapons, they become dildos and shit.
This shit's bad, bro. Like, it is not.
With that name, with that concept, I don't think it's meant to be a good series.
And
it's on Steam for $30, and it's got a 9 out of 10. What the fuck?
Valkyrie Drive Hiki Huni, right?
Yeah.
I had that shit on Vita. I've never tried harder to hide a fucking game on the bus.
But fucking Senran Kagura is A-okay.
Like, yeah, that was just outwardly perverted. I mean, you're just beating shit. I mean, you're just playing as a female, beating other females till their clothes pop off. With Valkyrie Drive, you gotta molest other females until they turn into weapons. I feel like there's a certain point where you need to stop, and that's definitely where it is for me. Either that or Conception, Children of the Seven Stars, especially the first time I played that shit. Like, no, seriously, dude, the first time I played Conception, I played the demo. I did not know what to expect. And then I played it, and then it got to one of those love scenes, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my lord.
Like, no, like, dude, seriously. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, you can just look up one video of Conception, or just the fucking Conception scenes.
No, I remember the demo, and yeah.
I'm like, no, dude, it got far worse than that. The later on you got in the game, it just basically turned into porn. It turned into softcore.
Oh Jesus, it's something I gotta see. And then
It's just there's some shit you wish you didn't see, and that's definitely wild. And especially when you throw that shit in with the fucking lolly they have in the damn game.
You know what? I bet if I go to Dambro and look up the characters, the lolly's gonna have the most fan art.
The worst part is that I do believe you. I believe that would probably be the case.
But I don't believe that there's anything actually else to say, so I think this is a good time to end the episode, eh?
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Yeah. Alright then, thank you all for joining us. We all hope that you've had a wonderful time with us, and we hope to see you all next time, about 3 years from now, when we do another podcast.
Probably.
A little by little, ladies and gentlemen, little by little.
Baby steps.
Remember, sometimes you gotta learn to walk before you can run. But sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. How does that work? Fuck if I know.
Dude, learning to walk, dude, I was doing interpretive dance.
On crutches. In the snow. With a boner.
There were lots of drugs involved.
Fun time until the police showed up.
But anyway, good night, everybody.
We hope you all have a wonderful night.
What about Winry? Don't you know she misses you too?
Tell her thanks. She always made the best.
Wait! Brother, no! I just got you back! You can't go again!